looking for, at least I'm not really looking for shorts. It's just a matter of, can I find a good level to buy this at, really? And we have news at 10 o'clock as well. So if I were to probably guess what's going to happen, for me at least, if we have news at 10, that's 50 minutes away, and we're only 20 points away from all-time highs right now. Sorry, my dog's freaking playing with each other. 20 points away from all-time highs. I'm probably not going to get like a retracement. It's probably just going to run straight towards that high. But we have seen when NQ takes this all-time high, it usually just blows past it. So you could really, today may be a good day to hold a runner. However, on the daily chart, if you, like I say, I always mark off weekly open. We're pretty extended to the upside here. So you could see potential TGIF where it runs this high and then comes back into the range. You could play about 20 to 30% of the weekly range right here. So take a candle there. Oops. So you could play a move back into like the 970s or the 930s if you can get some displacement lower. But for now, at least, I'm looking for us to take out the all-time high. It's just a matter of whether or not can I get a move, can I be a part of the move. So I'm sure Barbie's got something for us, so see if we can get a part of it. But yeah,
but I noticed we oopsied and we didn't get Terry's beautiful intro. Terry, would you like to re-intro us?
Yes, I will. Sorry, guys. Minor tech problem.
Back end craziness,
Yeah, we were live on the back end, and then Barbie noticed, like, wait a minute, we're not live on actual YouTube. Welcome to MyFundedFutures and MyFunded TV. I am Terry Trace 100. Happy Friday! We made it. We have our expert traders, Bull, Barbie, and Nick does futures today. Good morning, chat. Oh, we had such a fun intro too, and you guys didn't get to see it. Dang it!
It was just for us. It was exclusive today.
Just us four. Yes, thank you, Nick, for that analysis. Barbie, what are you thinking for the day?
I think the very best part of Nick's analysis was the part that everybody missed.
Oh man, Nick walked us through his major win from yesterday too. Nick, how do you feel about redoing it real quick?
Yeah, what happened though?
Oh, so we were live on the back end, but for some reason, the link between our back end and YouTube live, it wasn't connecting. So everyone didn't get to see your beautiful analysis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I mean,
we got the last part.
We should do the re-intro. You have to say re-intro here.
So why don't we start with your trade? Like, that's what we mostly missed out on, was your trade.
Yes, that's what everyone wants to know about.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Thanks, Nick.
I can recap that. No problem. Yeah. So going in. Okay. Anyways. So going into yesterday, my target was the previous day high from Wednesday, right? And we had CPI yesterday, and right at 9 o'clock, this was the candle close at 9 o'clock from the 8 a.m. candle. So seeing that, I don't really have a bearish sentiment, right? I don't think anyone would. Maybe it runs lower, but it's probably not. This is probably a protected low, especially when you have relative equal highs up here, all-time highs. I'm very one-sided here. It's just a matter of, okay, do I get my entry? So now that we have a draw, now that we have a 1 hour gap or a point of interest to work from, just wait until 9:30 now. Okay, so 9:30 comes in there. I did notice, I was like, hey guys, if we displace through here, this 5 minute IFEG here, I'm going to take a trade. And we got that displacement right here. So long went in like right around 971. My stop was right around like 939. And I was targeting up to at least previous day high. And then I held, I think I had, I don't know, I took 80% off at previous day high, and then I held the other 20 to all-time highs. We didn't get it, so I closed it right around like 3:30, 4 o'clock. because I'm not gonna watch it till 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then it was a little slow, right? I thought I was gonna get stopped out in here, and then obviously it ran. It took basically here. It's a free trade. I've already made money. I don't care what happens, but just shut down the laptop and just kind of wait. But as you can see, it didn't really do much the rest of the day. I thought we'd really explode higher, but right around in here is where I
tried.
took off.
I sent NQ nudes for you.
Oh yeah,
Didn't work.
Yeah, so right when those were sent, it went higher. So shout out Barbie on that one.
I think an NQ nude would be like a giant green candle. A nude so to go higher.
100%.
Your take on the market today as far as levels, Nick?
Yeah, today I'm having. Well, I think we're only 20 points away from all-time highs at the moment. So I just don't. We have 45 minutes till news, so I don't think that. I think 9:30 is just probably going to rip higher. I'm probably not going to get a trade today, but I will be watching. If I were to any certain level I'm watching is honestly right around like the 24 040s on NQ. And then that's about it. I don't really have any levels on the ES at the moment. I'm anticipating higher. It's already reacting away from my levels that I had marked off. It's just they hit them during like London and stuff. So yeah.
Well, we can't
see what
sleep.
news does for me.
Yeah. Barbie, what are you thinking for the day?
Well, I like how Nick pointed out that we do have the news at 10. So we have consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. I thought I had that up for a second. But yeah, that's these guys down here that we're just kind of watching just to kind of close out the week. I'm kind of in a similar position as Nick, where I kind of like I feel like I might have wrapped the week with trading. If I get something in, I'm kind of looking at it as just being a quick little bonus trade and not, I'm not looking to make my week today. But so looking at the charts, obviously we had a bullish move yesterday, right? Pretty bullish. So I don't want to argue with that too much. So I can talk about the bearish scenario, but the bearish scenario is really going to be losing this. And then we have support here around 65, really the 65, 55 to 60 area. I kind of have a zone there. So as long as we stay above this, then we're talking about the choppy or bullish scenarios. Below this, that's where we kind of erase all of the progress yesterday, all of the excitement yesterday. So if the data comes in poorly, that's exactly where I would expect us to come test. It's if we start getting below the CPI and PPI candles, then it's major danger to the market. This is going to be another big support area around the 65, 35 to 40 area. But that's if everything kind of falls apart. On the daily, so I was in a big call swing. I took profits yesterday. I'm done. So that's on the SPY. That's from yesterday. So you can see like we were fully at that extension. Like that was the spot. That's another thing that I'm kind of watching. On the ES chart, we kind of have that same thing where we're really extended into kind of the upper Keltner bands. And I'm wondering if this daily is going to kind of fill it back in and not put in another big green day on a Friday. It's possible, but you can see why we're starting to kind of run out of room for that sort of move to an extent. So that's why we would need some sort of catalyst, like really exciting consumer sentiment. So if that happens, then we have the high from yesterday to watch, which is exactly at 6,600. Weird how that happens. It's almost like people have orders sitting up there waiting. But if we can get through whatever orders are sitting through there up at 6,600, that's kind of that new breakout point. So that's the all-time high on ES. It's probably about the same point that we'd be looking for an all-time high on NASDAQ as well. There is kind of some weak structure down here. It kind of depends. I don't want to get into semantics, but we moved strongly away from a breakout point and we did not recheck price in there. So that's in some studies that's considered a weak structure or a weak low, meaning that it's decently likely to get retested to get built back up to be stronger. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for a choppy day is to just have an inside day for yesterday, basically. Just stay inside of yesterday's price action and stay really below 6,600, but above 65.55. That would be the most choppy scenario. Otherwise, if we want to keep walking up, if everything comes in pretty happy, we could end up breaking that all-time high and doing the all-time high routine, which is usually a run, a check, maybe another run, maybe a fall back down. We don't really know. It can get kind of crazy, especially when the indexes are kind of synced up, because one will hit it first and come down, and then the other one will hit it and come down. So we could have a little bit of craziness if we get into that sort of situation. But so I think kind of the safest play to look for is if we get a retracement down into here, we have the low from overnight right above the 65.75. And then we have the CPI high and PPI high down here around the lower 65.60s. It wasn't that long ago. ES was in the 50 somethings. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
That is the safest area to buy down here, as long as we don't have VIX and everything falling apart.
All right. Thank you, Barbie. Chat, what are you guys thinking for the day? Are you thinking long, short, or no trade? Type in L if you're thinking you're looking for longs. Type in S if you're thinking shorts, and type in N for no trades. I'm thinking I do want to take the 5-minute orb if we get a break on maybe either side. I'm going to go for it. It's Friday. I am in my account that I chart every day in my Excel spreadsheet. I'm being good. Nick, you didn't hear. Yesterday, I was telling Barbie, like, I took it to heart what you guys both had that serious talk with me. Like, Terry, if you don't have a plan, you should not be trading. And so I made an Excel spreadsheet, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to be good in these accounts. And then I do have a DGen account. You know, I can go wild.
Just don't make sure
that really helped me.
Just make sure you don't toggle to that good account once the DGen account kind of wore out for the day. And I'll take this setup on the, you know what I mean? And all downhill from there, you know. So
yes, and to make sure I don't copy from the DGen account into the systematic accounts. No bueno. What were you going to say, Barbie?
That has really helped me to have kind of that angst account to get the craziness out. And you know what? I do it less and less. So having that account there, maybe I used to mess with it every single day, and now it's like every once in a while, because you do just kind of, sometimes you have to work that out. But you'll see, like, that's the account that ends up, sometimes it'll have a really big win, but that was like a luck win, not a plan win. And then you'll end up seeing what happens to that after all.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Exactly, that I'll see over time that the DGen account either below, like, it's just not good results, right? Like, it'll implode quickly. Let's see. I saw someone. Oh, Kashan is long on MFFU. Let's go. Everyone smash the like button, subscribe. We are so close to 50,000 subscribers. Only 200 more.
Yeah. Thanks, amigo.
I know you guys cumulatively have 200 friends.
Let's go. Luke is cooking up something special for us for 50K. Who knows what that will be? I think it'll be really good, though. I feel like 50K is a big one, big milestone.
Yeah, if I promise you, chat, if he doesn't drop anything fire for the 50K subs, I will find him. I know where he lives. I will make sure something shows up at his house.
Home is thinking short. You're short now. Good luck.
Yeah, look to gold.
Yeah, I was about to say
I was looking at gold. I haven't marked off, actually.
See it.
Have daily gap here. It's reacting away from. I'm thinking Tuesday high. It could be target. Also on the lower time frame. Well, I won't say the lower time frames, but a good 4-hour level is where we're at right now. And it's 36.83. First target could be this Asia high up here. So I'm watching. I would honestly. Who asked that question about? Who asked that question? Anyway, whoever asked a question about gold, I just hate they didn't run this low right here. This London low, it's just like, so we'll just see what happens at news. It could do like a crazy news candle where it wicks down, runs people out, and then gives us a clean move back to these highs. So you guys know how I do on news days. I just like to wait till 10 o'clock. You got to treat these. I don't like 10 a.m. news because you have to trade 2 sessions. Technically, you have to wait. But you have to wait till 9:30, and then you have to wait till 10, at least for me. But if I see a good setup for like 9:45, like a really, really good like A+ setup, I will take it. But it has to be like a very good setup. And on top of that, I will exit before news as well. I'm not gonna hold it through news. That's just kind of scary.
Unless you're trailed, maybe. I was kind of looking at crude for a change too. I'm actually kind of seeing a short on crude. This is the hourly. I didn't mark it up. These are kind of some old levels, but we keep kind of hitting this resistance around 64. So I kind of missed the top part of that, but I'm kind of looking at shorts on crude too. The higher it gets, the more shorty it looks to me. At least up to the 64 level. I haven't traded crude in a little bit, but I was kind of watching it. We've got one of our traders doing the crude competition right now, so I was looking.
Yeah, that looks like I like that nice reversal off that level.
Yeah, it's looking pretty sweet. Go back to it for a second. Yeah, those are old levels that we were looking at some other point during the day, but crude's not. We had OPEC stuff going on too, but I stay away from it during that. That was over here. And now we're kind of getting this clean little zone here. Just saying. Just noticed
pretty.
that.
It's pretty.
Well, Nick was looking at gold over there.
Craig says, I don't trade crude, but I'd be nervous about a short because of all the war tensions going on. Yeah, we just never know.
Yeah, okay. I will read. So I was looking at the Trump headlines because I always do that every morning. But let's see, where was he talking? Well, he says that the US has the best stock market ever, and inflation is down while the stock market is up. So the US should have lower rates. Powell. He didn't call him anything today, though. As far as I saw, he was talking about Russian drones, though. He's saying that the Russian drones should not have been anywhere near Poland, and that his patience is running out, and that there might be some sanctions against Russia. So there's a little bit of that.
Interesting. Will we get to all-time highs today? Yes or no? There is a poll. 45% people voted long, and I can't see it now. 45% people voted long, 32% short, 22% voted no trade.
I don't have a trade yet, no, for sure. I do think we're just gonna. It's only 25 points, 23 points. Like I just think we're
so close,
so close, so close.
But we were so close yesterday. Look at the hourly chart here. Like I'm over here taking profit right here. I'll take profit.
I tried.
Right here. Boom, no, boom here, no. Like just like so many relative equal highs. I was hoping, honestly, that around like this time, like right now, we'd be down here, moving away from some of these lows. And then I would have so much meat on the bone to target previous day high and all-time highs. So, but the thing is, we're already kind of in between that level now. So, I don't know. Maybe 10 a.m. news can do some wild stuff sometimes. So, see what happens.
Definitely. I've seen that Michigan sentiment number just go bananas. And then sometimes it's kind of muted, but yeah, we never know. If it's a huge surprise, it can go bananas. Bananas. It is Friday. Okay, less than 1 minute. The market is going to open.
Hopefully we get a little bit lower. This is a little bit high to be messing with stuff. We'll see.
What's the yellow candle?
Oh, yeah. So these are inside bars.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is an indicator I have on. This is the hourly chart. Let me switch to the 5 minute. Yeah, so the idea, I think the psychology behind it is basically the inside bar, you would take the break above or below. And if you think about it, the psychology is it's consolidating. So it's like a breakout of consolidation.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, Pine Tree Trader showed me this is one of the strats that he trades. Ooh! Whoa! Market is open. It took out that high, yesterday's high. Let's go. This is NQ. Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, I have a
That
feeling.
was fast. First minute. 82% of you guys did vote on we will get the all-time highs. What is the all-time high in NQ? I think we're only like a few points away. 68. 68 is what we're looking for. And it went to 64.
This is the same game it was playing Power Hour, Nick.
Hmm?
This is the same game it was playing Power Hour yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was really going to pop off, and I don't know if you guys can. If you guys check out my Twitter, you can see my executions from the trade. I literally there was a little sell off right at like 4 o'clock. I closed like 3:59 or whatever, and it dropped like 50 points right before I sold it. I'm like, oh my god! Like, I mean, it was only like 20% in position left, but that would have been. That was still huge.
Nice exit. Yeah, I saw that drop.
I felt like Terry. Like literally, like when I short or just close, it just like dies. You know?
It's because you're the whale. You're the whale.
Nah. Stop, I'm blushing.
Whales don't blush.
Nah. By the way, guys, Monday is the return. The return.
Oh, I was like, of what? I was thinking football. I know what he's talking about.
Type 1 in the chat if you know what Monday is.
Oh, I know now. I know. I'm going to type 1.
Terry, now I know a lot of people in the chat knows what Monday is. Yeah, the return. The return of the greatest paper trader we have ever seen.
People are chanting.
Let's go. Return of the van. Return of the van. That's a good one. Nick, if we drop lower, would you short based on TGIF to those London lows? I see, Lou, I would much rather, like, I cannot short the fact that it didn't take all-time highs. Like, that just does not sit well with me. Remember, like, TGIF is obviously, there's like a couple of components to it. Like, you want to see the previous days continue to get ran, right? And on top of that, you want to see a higher time frame objective get hit. It's clear that this is the higher time frame objective, and then the next thing is you want to wait for news, right? So I'd wait to see if news can deliver this, and then try to look for a short if you get that displacement. But Senegal, oh no.
Ooh, this first candle is trying to figure out what it wants to do. Came back to the opening price.
Yeah, it's pretty slow. I've noticed like this whole week, and it is really kind of last week too. The opens have been pretty slow, and then we're getting good moves after. It's been the theme lately.
Yeah, it's definitely testing a lot of people's patience for sure. I've noticed. Like yesterday's trade, I had a lot of people in Discord that were like they weren't like moving stops up, but like you could tell they were definitely getting impatient with the trade. They're like, man, price action just sucks. And I'm like, man, just chill out. Just chill out. One thing I like to tell them too is, so like yesterday, for example, right? If you were to look at this, let me go to the 5-minute chart. So if you were to look at this from yesterday, you're probably like, oh man, like move up and then move down. Like this isn't that nice. But however, if you, I tell people to do this. If you go click on a candle here and you just turn the wicks off, right? Like,
Oh,
look at that.
wow.
That's literally just a move up, pull back, move up, pull back. Like the wicks are doing the damage. So the wicks scare you, right? Is what I like to tell people. But if you just look at this, if you turn the wicks off, this is simply just a normal trend to me. So, and obviously, like I say, you turn those wicks back on, you're like, a lot of people got stopped out. Well, they moved their stops too early, and then right here, they're probably stressing. Yeah.
You don't like big wicks?
I don't like big wicks. I like big bodies.
Like them thick?
Yeah.
Like those big back bodies?
Oh, shoot. Okay, I missed my entry for my break on the sell side. Okay, there. We are oh, dang it. I meant to be in a micro. Okay, quick exit. Ugh, execution error. There we go. We're good.
Just slap it there.
We're good. Okay, I am going to put in my stops. Let's move it. There we go. And TP about there. I'm just eyeballing it one.
Right.
I think my degen account might already be blown. There you go, degenning. So this is my systematic account. I am taking the 5-minute orb with discretion on like when I take it and if I want to take the break on the high or the low side. I was thinking I wanted to take this on the low side because of the possible imbalance from yesterday. We had such big news yesterday, so I was thinking there'd still be an imbalance today. So that is why I decided to go with this trade. Yeah, I just eyeball it about 1-to-1. I am kind of a vibe trader. Nick, I remember you saying that. You're like, Terry, I think you're like a vibe trader. So I'm trying to blend in a little bit of that vibe with systematic. Just keep me out of trouble, really.
Yeah, no, but like that I wouldn't say that's a market condition, but that's also like a good that's a good way to like measure like how much you risk you're gonna put on. Like if you don't feel like markets, like you don't feel good about the trade that you're about to take, like why would you put on like why would you put on full risk just because your trading plan says so? Like have different risk sizes, right? For each. I actually put a tweet about this the other day. I said I forgot what I said. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Yeah. So yeah, the factors that determine how much I risk include correlation, speed, the draw on liquidity, news, macro environment, and how I feel on the setups. Right. It's never just like 3 R's hit, you know, whatever. I don't think you should do that, especially if you just got. Well, you shouldn't have only just one account. Like the goal should be to have more, so you can just diversify the risk. At least that's how I do it. That's what I recommend. And especially if you're doing different things on different days, like risking, like that one account's gonna be so skewed. You know what I mean? Like you have this account for doing, and Barbie does too, for just doing the orb, right?
Yeah.
That way, end of the month, you can look at the data and say, "Oh wow, the orb did great this month."
Always like competing against my automations too. It's just a personal fun thing I do. I have to separate it out to be able to see how it went.
It's like a game within the game. My TP is at 999. It's almost there. 5.6 points away. Almost there. Let's go. I have noticed like this feeling of when I either get close to a TP or close to a stop, I do feel this like heightened emotion that happens. And how do you guys detach from the outcome of trades?
I think it just kind of starts to become habit a little bit. I mean, it's part of your job. I think, and this is hype a little bit too. Like there's all this hype on social media. We're on YouTube. We know about the hype. But I'll be all this hypes about gains and attendees and whatever. So I think part of us thinks that that's what it's supposed to be. That that's what we're signing up for. That's exhausting. Every single trade you get into, like being at that level, like that's exhausting. It should be more boring. So over time, the more comfortable you get in your trades and the more comfortable you get in your sizing and positions, the more boring it gets. And that's good, in my opinion.
Definitely. I don't want to lose a lot of hair or have my hair turn gray from this. Oh, we're almost there. Let's go. Tendies. WeWap says tendies. Tendies. I'm going to start saying
It's
that all
like
the
anything
time.
else. It's really exciting whenever you start anything new, but it does become habit over time. Like think about plastic surgeon. They make tons of money, right? Like you sign up for that knowing that you're signing up for something big and you're going to make a lot of money. I bet it's really, really, really scary the first few surgeries they do, right?
Yeah.
But after 20 years, like it's doing a little detail, like little facelift is like no big deal because they have all that practice. It's probably extremely nerve-wracking messing with somebody's body the first time. Very high stakes, right? I know this is a weird analogy, but I was trying to find something high stakes. And after the more you practice you get, the less emotionally involved you get in it every single time. It's more habit.
Becomes habit and like routine and boring, which is good. Yeah. I've heard good trading is boring trading. Like just execute it.
Yeah, no, I agree. You just
look at Ash. He tripled his account, and it was by being boring. Boring trades did that.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Nick?
No, I agree with Barbie 100% on that. It kind of becomes a habit after a while. Kind of becomes.
So that's what you're training. That's the whole part of what we're training here. Is you're training to be able to do this without all of the craziness.
Yeah.
At least that's me. I don't want to feel that on every trade. I want to be chill, like, oh yeah, this is easy. This is my little ATM. I don't want to be all, like. And that's we've all felt that way when you first start doing this. It's like, we know that feeling, but you don't want to be like sustaining that. It's actually hard on your body too. You're not going to be a great trader if you're wearing yourself out like that.
No, it leads to health problems. It definitely leads to, like, for me, emotional eating. Like if I have a tough day, it's like, oh, I just want to crush an entire pizza. No bueno. Yeah.
Crush an entire pizza. Okay.
Crush an entire pizza.
You can only do that so many times before you have to move up in pant size.
Then what do you do on good days?
On
good pizzas on bad days.
I crush pizza also on the good days. Exactly. That's the problem. Like the emotional swings, right? Like what Barbie is saying. Like I don't want to feel that way. So it needs to become more boring. So I don't keep gaining weight. Okay.
That's a good way to kind of think about it. Is what kind of trader do you want to be? Do you want to be or do you want to be oh yeah? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to work towards that goal.
Bowl of French fries, my emotional blanket. So I like getting the French fries, Wendy's, and dip them in the chocolate frosty. That's my thing.
Oh, that sounds so good. I've never done that. That sounds so good. I love the Frosties. I love French fries too. Do you ever eat fast food, Barbie?
I do, but so we do Chick-fil-A. These kids are into Chick-fil-A, so we do that all the time. You want to know my weird fast food at Chick-fil-A? I get the nuggets, and then I get the extra large French fries, and I make a sandwich out of the French fries with my nuggets. That's my weird thing at Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah,
that sounds good. Do you put sauce on there?
No, just French fry nugget sandwiches.
Chick-fil-A is delicious. I love the chicken tenders. Tendies.
Yeah. I mean, Whataburger is pretty hard to beat too. We have a lot of really good food around where I live, though. A lot of more, not like sit down, but like casual. So we're kind of spoiled there on that. We got a lot of good burger joints and barbecue joints.
Oh, I don't know about this short. Did it take out some, is it like, did it go short to only go higher to make a new high?
Oh no, I mean you do have it did run all those relative equal highs on the hourly. I do see what you mean, but you got news in 15 minutes. It's just kind of
I'm gonna hold it through the news because it's part of the plan, and we're
kinda got
sticking
a
to the plan.
kind of got a bearish setup here for me. Like if I was just pattern trading, you'd have a
Yeah,
bear
well,
to the lows here. But my thing is, I would have wanted this high run on an all-time high first before seeing that. So I think someone asked,
picky.
a bearish unicorn, but it is. But there's too many things about to happen before.
My bullish plan includes price moving lower first, so it's not like I'm against it. It's just a lot of times I know, I'm kind of looking for the safety, and so that was like my safety play. I get asked a lot, why don't I take the short going to a long I'm looking for? And sometimes they work out really well, and it's really just like finding that plan and sticking to the plan kind of thing. Some days I get both the longs and the shorts, but some days I just focus on one.
It seems like it's a more advanced, like, I shouldn't say that. It seems like for a beginner, it's so easy to get lost in the weeds if you're trying to go long and short, like, versus if you're just only looking for the longs and waiting for the longs.
And we
Speaking
have
from
noticed
experience.
we have well, at least I've noticed this, and it's not just myself, it's talking to some of the other guests and things that we've had on here. But some traders will kind of favor shorts or favor longs. And for me, it'll change. But like lately, I've been favoring longs. The market is just so bullish. I'm hyped with the market. I don't want to buy every high, but I want to get a good deal to keep going long. That's kind of how my whole swing trade setup goes. I haven't been taking the shorts on that swing setup that I do. I've just been taking the longs, and it's been working. I mean, I can't argue with stuff that works. So I don't think like you're saying. I think you were correcting yourself on not saying it's more advanced, because it's really just kind of a different strokes for different strokes kind of thing, and you should focus on your strengths. Some people have a really good strength of switching. They can just switch really easily. I think it's not natural for our brains to do that. I think that's something you have to train. And it's not that it's wrong to only favor one side, or it's wrong to take both sides. It's what it comes down to, what's in your plan and what's in your wheelhouse and what's in your edge.
100%. Nick, how do you find your day? Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, Nick.
No, I'm taking some water. Go ahead.
Oh, Capricorn says indices are bullish 80% of the time.
Someone was asking about the 15-minute orb. It hadn't hit, so.
Not yet. Maybe market's waiting for the news. Wait and see. We're at about unchanged, just about 11 points above unchanged New York close price in NQ. How's ES looking? ES is just 3 points below unchanged. YM is 93 points below unchanged price. YM seems like it's been kind of weak. Yeah, this is the hourly chart on the YM. That's interesting. I have been observing YM more, thinking maybe I start learning how to trade YM. Oh, never mind. I was like, oh, did it close? I'm seeing lots of W's in chat. What did I miss?
I think maybe Magnus has his own little subplot going on over here. That's what I always think. Or maybe Avi does. Avi does. He's got his own side quest. Yeah, past accounts.
Congratulations. Rocky also passed an eval this morning on the open.
Wow, congrats, man. That was a good move right at open. I'm guessing it went long.
I love all of this winning. We're winning. We win. We're manifesting more winning.
Well, you have an opportunity to win big here.
I know. Fingers crossed. I submitted a picture and a bio. So it's good. It's moving along.
What'd you put in your bio?
I put I like big wicks and I cannot lie. Kidding. No, I didn't put that in there. Yeah, I just put a little bit about me and about like how I took my first trade, bought my first stock in 2016, and how I started trading props again seriously last April.
Oh, you didn't tell them your major or what was your GPA?
Oh, I did say my degrees. I know I do have 2 degrees.
It doesn't matter anyways.
It doesn't matter. With trading, it doesn't matter. This is facts. In fact, sometimes it seems like the people who have formal educations, like in regards to college, can be some of the worst traders because you can be so stubborn.
I have a buddy who wanted me to teach him how to trade, and I'm like after like the first couple of days, I'm like, dude, this ain't for you, dog. I think what really did it for him was I was like, all right, so this is like an A+ setup for me right here. All right, and he was sitting like right here. I took the trade and it didn't work out, and he was like, what? Like it just. I was like, dude, like, come on, like, and we both watch basketball. I'm like, you do realize like Steph, your favorite player, misses 57% of his 3-pointers, right? Still the greatest 3-point shooter of all time. Does he just like stop? Does he change? And he's like, yeah, I guess you're right. But after that, he's just kind of quickly lost interest.
Oh,
you know what I've done? I have that little spreadsheet where I track my trades, at least most of the time. So I can go in there and I go show them, like, yeah, well, look at how much smaller my losses are compared to my wins. What I do.
That's money. MyFundedFutures.
I lose, but I don't lose bad. Like,
MyFundedFutures asked, does anyone have degrees? We're seeing a lot of different backgrounds. Mechanical engineer, Abhishek has a pharmacy degree, trades like smoke. Web developer, A7. Oh, this is so cool to see. Ethan has a degree in feet pics. Global management.
Not in here today. He's missing the foot stuff today.
Oh, law degree, VJ. Physics, wow.
So what brought y'all to trading?
It was during COVID when everything was going crazy, but like I was really into like the airline stocks. I'm like, bro, like why is Delta and all these things like selling off? Like, what are you people just never gonna travel again? Like I was like, I'm dumping money into this. I remember I think first thing I bought was either on Fidelity or Robinhood. And it was like a 2 weeks paycheck. It was like $7K. Just dumped it into it. Then I was like,
whoa.
Whatever. Yeah, I never really looked back from there. Well, it's all went downhill from there, right? Started becoming the D-gym.
Did you buy the stocks in the airlines?
Like yeah, but I didn't know anything about options at the time. No. That
amazing.
I was like early 2020. I think I did buy some stuff in 2019 as well, but that's probably when I got more interested in it. But I never really did the GameStop GME. I saw it, but I never really got into it.
How can you call yourself an ape if you don't have any GME?
Yeah, I just didn't really. It was too much. It was too much of a circus, and I realized that like a lot of those people aren't making money. If it's that much of a circus, I'm not missing out on much.
When did you start with futures?
Futures, 2021. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, shortly after COVID stuff. Because
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's always interesting. Most of us didn't even know about futures when we started like trading. I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, I wanted the get rich quick," but
I will say the first time I ever did, I did do options first. It was brief, but I did options first, and I shit you not, I made $2,500 in like 2 seconds. I was like, whoa! It was like 10 o'clock. I'm
you
like,
saw the power.
yeah, I saw the power. I'm like, dang, like, this is crazy. And then made a little bit more money after that, and then I lost a lot. And then I'm like, okay,
That is the cycle, isn't it? You make money, you're like, "Yeah, I got this," and then you're like, "Oh, I do
yeah,
not got this."
100%.
What about you, Terry? When did you like discover futures?
I think it was after a few years dabbling in stocks, and I just heard about all the leverage in futures, and one of my friends was trading futures, so I was very curious about it. So I went and read about it on the CME, tried to understand it, really trying to wrap my brain around the leverage in futures, and then I dabbled in it. That is what I
But
did.
did you get
Yeah.
to trade futures over COVID at all?
I did. Yes, exactly. I did. I traded stocks, futures, and options. I was like wild times. Yeah. It was
I
the
didn't even know
GME.
about futures then, which is like so crazy to me. It's my life now.
We love futures. Oh, we have exciting news. Super exciting. On Monday, we will be starting a trading competition between all the hosts.
I will not be here Monday, so I may give them a head start, and then like let them, get a little head, and then I'll just come in on Tuesday, just kind of sweep up from there.
Nick is like, I'll give you guys a head start. I feel sorry for you guys. Yes, hosts will be competing, and there will be fun games for you to play. And there will be prizes. Yeah, host only. Jabez asked host only. Although I think Magnus might be competing with us. I'm not sure. Maybe Denny too.
Hope so. We need to bring those guys out. They can't stay totally behind the scenes. Calling you out, Magnus.
There will be a running leaderboard throughout the entire week. And I think there might be a prize for the winner. Like
I've
the
heard a lot of
traders.
different things. So I don't know which what's finally going to come through, but there have been a lot of really cool ideas. So you're just gonna have to wait and see what they come up with here. There's been a lot of cool things thrown around. So
Tran says Denny will beat y'all.
he
Denny's such a
might.
good trader. Same with Magnus, such a good trader. You never know, right? Anything could happen. Who do you guys think will win?
I think it depends a lot on the markets. I've noticed that in the arena competitions that I do. So I mean, sometimes we'll have really great overnight sessions. So the overnight traders will have an advantage. I don't think we'll have as much of that since most of us are in the US, but I think it does kind of depend on the market a little bit. So we'll just have to see.
Yeah, I agree.
And we can, I don't think there's going to be any rules. Like Barbie said, we will find out all the details. So stay tuned. But if there aren't any rules, like you could degen it. If you're coming from, like, if you're way behind, you could just be like, all right, this is it, guys. All or nothing.
We had talked about having some fun rules. So that's that's what I'm up for. I'm up for some fun rules and make this really exciting, not just like normal everyday trading. We need to do something extra special, extra fun for everybody. So I'm not expecting this to be like straightforward every day. It better not be. This is MyFundedFutures. We got to do it best. So
Yes.
we're gonna have some extra fun with it.
And it's just for fun. Yeah, hopefully there will be
But that's what
prize.
that was my request, is that we have some fun challenge to make it extra interesting. So I don't want just like, oh, let's do trades. I think we need to we do need some rules so we can make it interesting. because we need a challenge to it. I'm telling you, it's going to be way more fun. I've done this before. It makes more fun if there's a fun little challenge to it. Some little twist. Magnus, give us a twist. Not today. Announce it later.
News in less than a minute. The Michigan numbers.
Yeah, we should have consumer sentiment, and
let's go, man. I love it, bro. Everyone is putting other names other than me. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
Oh, whoa. Here's the news. Nick,
I haven't seen one Nick. I love it, bro.
Oh, King says Nick.
Ah, damn it.
I think we should make it wild too. I think I've shared some ideas. I've got more too. We'll see. I want to see how this all works too.
I'm seeing lots of Nicks, Nick.
That news was kind of a little
The VIX lit up on that one.
Oh, that's interesting.
Let's see what bonds.
Good for my short.
Well, I mean, it wicked down.
Yeah.
I said lit up. It moved.
Lit up. Okay, Nickham is looking for the all-time highs.
Bonds.
Trying to digest that news. The prelim came in at 55.4. Expected was 58.2.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at right there before I headed out. Huh.
Are you in deep thought over there? What are we looking at?
No, I was just looking at the numbers and seeing what kind of is going on. Yeah, I don't know. I would have liked something more explosive, like either a run up and then fail to close above, and then just start going lower, or just to move down. It's kind of gay. Don't really like it right now. So that's gonna do it for me today. I'm going to I'm not and be here on Monday. Yeah, I won't be here on Monday. Doesn't mean I can't trade. May have to just trade like when I get back. But no, I just have stuff going on. I probably won't be home at 1 o'clock. Maybe able to catch up a power hour trade or something. But yeah, I will. I'll see you guys back here on Tuesday.
Tuesday. See you soon, Nick. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, you too. Take it easy.
MyFundedFutures said that there might be a drop soon. Feeling cute might drop a dose in a bit. I don't know though. What? Chat, type in 1 if you want MyFundedFutures to drop a surprise for us.
My chat keeps lagging. I'm not seeing the right stuff. This is driving me crazy. Let me know if there's anything.
Okay.
Hopefully lots of ones right now.
Yes, I'm seeing a ton of ones. MyFundedFutures, we think you're so cute. You guys, we love MyFundedFutures.
Hopefully I got it fixed.
Yeah, this 5-minute orb trade. So far, we're underwater here, but I'm gonna leave it alone because that is the plan.
I am in the ES long. That's the one that I got tagged. The NASDAQ hasn't made the move yet. We'll see. Oh, let me put it up. We were on Terry's screen, so I didn't have it ready. Okay, There we go. This is the MES orb. I don't know. We'll see. It's pretty choppy right now. So the ES orb went long. The best ones are when they break together right after news. It's not quite what we got, but we'll see. I still have mine scaled down a little bit because I needed to for account management. It was I can't remember which day was rough. I told everybody about it on one of these streams. I forget which one. I think it was Monday.
That's so interesting about the looking at the ES with the way it works with the orb and then also NQ. I'm thinking when you said that, I was like, oh, maybe that's something that I'll have to track as I'm tracking these trades, like collecting data to like refine my strategy.
Yeah, I mean, my whole trading has always been based on the indexes either moving together or not moving together too. Even if I have one chart up, I have two charts up. That's just the way life is. I would at least always have like a little comparison to see how they're moving. So I'm always paying a lot of attention to that, even just on the orb, just because that's how I watch the market. I'm always kind of watching which one is broken, which one's hanging around below the midpoint of the range, and all of that sort of thing.
Hmm. Good morning, Corey the phone trader. Corey's going to be on our show on the 15th.
It's going to be way better than ICT. Corey trades.
Corey is trading all your accounts from one phone and you're green. Congrats. Let's go. Okay. There are 78% of people voted for all-time highs today. 423 people voted.
It could be one of those things that makes us wait a really long time. We've had some really slow orb trades this week too. It's been annoying, but I thought this week, that was the thing, is like I thought this week prices were probably going to move a little bit faster with all the data that we had, and it just hasn't really played out that way. It's been kind of slow. We've had a couple quick little moves, but patient traders have definitely had the advantage this week.
Fernando says, share the stream. Let's get it to 50K. Keegan also agrees. Let's go. We're what, less than 200 away?
I'm pretty close.
Yay! You just booked profits in one of your longs. Barbie's winning.
Did I?
Oh, I thought I saw something move. Maybe it didn't.
That was my stop trailing. That was my stop trailing.
Oh, I'm not feeling so good about this short now, but that's okay. We're going to stick to the system. It's just another trade. And I won't eat an entire pizza, I promise you, today.
I might. I'm pretty hungry.
What's your favorite kind of pizza?
I usually just go for cheese, but I like the ones that, I don't know what it's called, when it's got that like oven baked crust that's like soft on the inside and crispy on the outside. It's like more of an Domino's doesn't have it. You know, you gotta like go to a restaurant for it. I don't know what that is called. That's my favorite pizza.
Yum.
And around here we have a place called Pius. So you see, it's pie, like a pizza pie, but it's Pius. It's a joke. I love it. They have really good pizza, so that's my favorite.
Sounds good. I'll have to try it next time. I'm in Texas.
It's not Detroit style, not pan pizza. It's like it's not the thick crust. It's still a thinner crust, but it's a little more sourdoughy. I don't know. Let me see if I can find a picture.
Sounds amazing. I don't think I've had one like that. Malik
Sure you
likes
have.
calzone.
But yeah, there's probably like a name for that crust.
I feel like there's not very good pizza around me. Shane likes brick oven. Ooh.
This is the Pius crust, like where it's kind of singed like that. It's like baked in a real pizza oven. This place is so good.
It's like Neapolitan style, I think. I could be wrong. Yeah, I've had that.
Well,
It's like chewy a little bit.
Yeah, the toppings are important. Like you could put any toppings on it, but yeah.
Yum.
It's good. I have to drive to get to that place, and I don't care. I will go. Hand toss, is that what it would be? Just hand toss? I don't know. I don't know what to call it, but that's the good crust. I get Domino's for the kids, they don't care. I care.
It's a sophisticated palate. I have a friend who grew up eating a lot of like processed foods and like the Domino's pizzas um and I brought her to a fancy pizza place that had the Napoleon type of pizza. It was like fancier pizza, and she was really young, and she was like, "Ew, this is so gross." Only because it wasn't what she was used to eating. She was a teenager, and now, okay, fast forward like I don't know, 15 plus years, she love it's her favorite type of pizza. Every time she comes to visit, like she's like, I have to go there at least once. I mean, sometimes it's like every day for like 5 days in a row. Yeah, so our palates do change over time.
It's kinda what you get used to eating too, because I used to eat lots of junk, but I've gotten a lot better about I eat pretty well now. Pretty clean, pretty much just like a lot of homemade stuff, so I know it's really clean. I don't like that old junk anymore. Like, it doesn't even seem like food anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't taste the same once you get used to real food. Hobby needs some pizza. I blame Terry. She's getting us all hungry.
Ooh, we are close to those highs. Are we gonna get there?
Better get it this time. I mean, what is that left? Less than 4 points on the Nasdaq? Like, what even is 4 Nasdaq points? 2 seconds usually.
It's just been teasing. It teased yesterday, it teased Friday. Is it going to tease again today? Who's in short and who's in long? Yesterday, Barbie and I both made money. Was going short, I made money, and Barbie made money going long. That was pretty cool. Today, I don't know. I'm feeling nervous about my short, to be honest.
I had to wait for the continuation of that long too to get the full thing. Had to take it over to my other stream. We watched it for a while. But that's what I'm saying. Like the trades have taken a long time. I even had like a 3-hour orb the other day.
Yeah. I had a super long on a 5 minute. It took forever. And I kept screwing it up, like execution errors. I kept like going in and out, and I was like, what is this? What am I doing? That was before you and Nick gave me that good talk.
Everything's just so much easier with a plan.
Yeah. Ooh, MyFundedFutures is saying, all right, all right. Something going to happen? Yeah, it is choppy, Malik.
You want a 15-second chart right now? No, I'm not doing it.
Ugh, talk about heart beating. A 15-second. My heart kind of races
That is
still.
not Barbie style.
No, Barbie's style is like chill. Like we like to be chill.
I want to put my feet up on the porch. It's got to be chill.
Lucas asked, Terry, you shorted? Yeah, so I was tagged in on the 5-minute orb going short. I decided I wanted to take it, expecting some type of imbalance. I am trading the 5-minute orb like with discretion on if I'm going to put it on or not for the day, and what side do I want to take it on. But yeah, importantly,
I got out at break even on mine, by the way.
okay, break even's good.
Boring, but okay.
Boring. Ethan says, I do 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 100 ticks.
I think if you have the smaller time frame that you're using for entry and then a larger time frame anchor chart, that helps a ton because then you can get perspective. That's always so important. We don't want to get mixed up in all the little mess. We can think these little candles are big. I do that all the time. It's like, oh, this looks like a pretty good move. And it'll be at a time I don't usually trade the ES. I'll be like, yeah, this one looks pretty good. Let me get in here. And then I'll go double check it. And I'm like, what the hell, Barbie? That's 4 points. Why would we enter the market to go for 4 points in the middle of the day on time we don't normally trade? But it's because the candles look normal because relative to each other, 4 points is a decent move for this time or whatever. And that's why I like having that bigger anchor chart. Then I can see, oh yeah, that's just a little baby candle on the higher time frames. And then I know not to put so much effort into that little, I don't know, messy, choppy price action.
Nick G is only $30 away from passing, and he's asking us for his help. How to pass? $30.
That close. It's just you get to get out a lot earlier on the last trade. That's the way I think about it. Is even if I just have one last little bit I have to get, I'm still going to enter one of my really good trades so I can just make it easy because maybe I only need $30, but I see a trade that's worth $150, and then I can just get in that $150 trade potential and take it a little bit easier. I still want to wait for that really good setup. I've been in this trap. I've done this, you guys. When you have that last little bit, you don't throw it on, oh, this will probably work. I just need a little bit. It can be a crappier trade. You still need a good trade with it.
Yeah, I've been that close and then end up losing the account.
Our old one didn't make noise. There we go.
Use code FULLSENDFRIDAY50 for 50 free resets. Let us know if you got one. Sendy.
I'm still getting used to that electric car thing for real though. Because our Tesla was before they put that stuff on there. Y'all kept thinking my Tesla was nice. Like, no, I had like the first one. But now we jam when we back up too. All right, who got it?
Oh, I'm seeing not working. Wait, Sean got it. Oh,
some people got it. It worked.
Yep. If some people got it, it worked, guys. There was only 50, and they do go fast.
And they can tell on the back end. I've seen them make it better. If it didn't actually work, it gets made better. So they can see.
Louise got it. Congrats to all the winners. There will be more giveaways throughout the stream today. So hang out with us. And you never know. MyFundedFutures loves to surprise us with things. Yeah, they can tell on the back end. Don't worry if it's legit. If it legit didn't work, the MyFundedFutures always fixes it.
I've seen it happen, you guys. There's receipt.
Yes.
It was live.
Yes, exactly. People be nice. We only want good vibes here. You've got to go if it's not good vibes. What is the market doing now? Did I get stopped out? Not yet. This trade is underwater by about $84.
It is just very choppy. I think we're having to digest all this stuff that we went through.
Yeah, all the news.
I mean, PPI and CPI were huge. And we made a move, and here we are. I mean, ES, I know you NQ traders get irritated with me talking ES all the time, but ES does tend to be the leader with these things. And it hit 6,600 to the tick. That kind of looks like a little bit of a mission accomplished from somebody.
It's so amazing how it does that to the tick. I've seen that so many times.
That's not an accident. There's real orders sitting there. It's not white van stuff. It's real orders. You're a real person sitting there. You've got orders. There's thousands of people sitting around with real orders. Not just prop accounts either. You have to remember, prop accounts didn't exist for a very long time. this is a new thing that we're dealing with. Most of the market or most of the volume, I don't know about quantity, like numbers of people, but most of the volume on the market is still on the big funds and that sort of thing. So that's where those orders are sitting.
It's legit, real, not like a fairy tale or one algo.
That's why when people ask, like, is trading a real thing? Is day trading real? Is this actually a real thing? And I'm like, well, yeah, people do it. Like, but I think it's this notion that you don't really believe that the market's real. If you don't believe that the market's real, I kind of know what to tell you a little bit, but you know, you do have to understand what the market is if you're going to participate in it, and it's real buyers and real sellers of these things. And futures, I know, is like all of this. It's very kind of imaginary. It's not. You can't set it on your desk. It's not right here that I can hold in my hand. And we can think of things a little bit better in terms of stock. If we're buying Apple stock, you can still kind of imagine it as being a little certificate, and I own part of Apple or whatever. But especially when you're trading futures, it gets a little bit harder to, I think, get a grasp on the reality of the markets.
Yeah,
I did get tagged back into the orb here too.
Ethan says, how can they believe the market's not real if they have retirement accounts? This is true. Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to use your head a little bit. Like, do you know what an advantage you're at if you know how to think? Like, I know that sounds funny, but there's a lot of people that kind of don't. So you know how to think, it should be pretty good.
NQ just made 1 point above the previous high, the high of 67.7. Oh, it's pushing higher. Here we go. All-time highs.
Yeah, since we hit that high for the day, that means that the orb is triggered also. So on NASDAQ.
69 is the all-time high. We broke it on NQ. New all-time high.
Party is on.
Party's on.
See if they want to run it.
My trade got stopped out, which is okay. It's part of the system. And Barbie's trade is winning. Let's go. Go, go, go.
There's the ES one also, the fresh ES one that hasn't been trailed yet. You like NASDAQ. I'll leave it over there.
Our viewers did vote 76% all-time highs today. You're on it. We have a lot of great traders, Barbie, watching us, part of our community.
They know where the best is. The best likes the best.
Mm-hmm. Pushing higher. Woo! Ooh, child, this can really go. Let's wait and see. All new highs in NQ on a Friday. Who would have thought? In September. In September. Nick is going to participate now. Hey, no luck, pure skill. Good morning. Well, my one trade is done. I am done in this account. I will say that it feels so nice, like to have the set plan, a set trade. When it's done, it's done. There's no like, oh, I need to try and chase price, or I got to try and like make the money back or make more money. It's just like, whoo, it just feels nice. Like done and done. I don't need to think about it. I can go on with the rest of my day. It feels like mission accomplished, which I like that feeling, instead of like the question mark, like, am I going to keep trading for the rest of the day? Yes, no, maybe, I don't know. Am I going to get any sleep tonight? Yeah, this is way better.
When I've had a good swing trade too, I'm usually pretty done for the week too. I kind of think things not just on a daily scale, but I'll zoom out and like, yeah, today's off. We don't need to do anything today. That is the cool thing about trading though, is like you can kind of You get to make your own schedule, right? That's the
Yeah.
freedom here.
You killed it on those calls, on your SPY calls. Amazing.
It's the way. And
10
I know
people.
that that's boring because you have to wait, but if it happens even once a month, I mean, it pays thousands of dollars the way I trade it, so it's okay that I have to be very patient. Like, it all
Mhm.
works out. Mr. T is giving compliments to Ash's method for being easy to follow, plan, and act on. I think I know that I mean, I talk about this a lot. I think you're really onto something there, and I know it's not flashy, and he doesn't have balloons and confetti and whatever else, but he has profits. So, what do you need balloons and confetti for, you know? But that if you make it boring, that's when you're not getting stressed out. So everyone's like, "Well, how do I stay out of getting emotional?" We'll make it boring, and
Mhm.
you guys criticize some of the traders that trade boring, but they're making the most money, and that's because they've made it so simple that they're not getting in their own way with it with their emotions anymore. So
Mm. It's
highlighting that comment to compliment Ash because he if we all have our different skills here, right? Ash has a very, very strong grasp on discipline and rules. Very strong.
I was watching a YouTube video yesterday, and this trader was very gracious, and he was sharing his journey of trading the last few months. And so this is a trader that trades like tons of accounts at one time, and so they can have really big wins, right? Like huge wins, but then they can also have really big losses too. And he shared with his YouTube community and all of us in the public that he spent $40,000 in 1 month on prop fees, and he was not profitable with like payouts to offset that in that month. So it, sometimes we see these really big numbers, but we also have to remember that we don't know how much people are spending on the back end, and we also don't know like all the losses that someone might be experiencing too. Just a reminder to not get FOMO when you see someone trading like 60 accounts. It's definitely fun to watch and see, but don't
But
get
then
FOMO.
you'll criticize people if they fail more than a couple accounts, and guess what? They're filling a lot of accounts to put on that show for you.
Yeah. Yep.
Can't have it all.
Yeah.
We all
And
100% win rate, every hit.
no, I think too, like what one of my reactions when I was watching this video was the swings, like the P&L swings, right? Of like making 100,000 1 month and then losing like, I don't know, 60,000 the next month. And just those swings is very emotional. And I could relate not to those numbers, but I can relate like to the just like big swings in my trading in the past. And that is not the easy way. The boring way is so much better because those swings, man, it can really get to you. I don't think it's good for us, right, to experience such swings all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to that, what kind of trader do you want to be long term?
Mhm.
And most of us are not putting on a show for the internet when we're trading. Most of us just need to get in there and make some money and mind our own business. So keep that in mind. You don't need to be emulating. I know we want the big money that everyone is showing on kind of the sensational social media and all that, but
Mhm.
we want that. But you know what else we want? We just want to reach our financial goals here, and sometimes that's over the course of weeks instead of hours, but that's okay. Like, you're still accomplishing the goal.
Mhm.
Or you can keep trying to chase that big win over and over and over again. That's the thing, is these guys are chasing that big win day in and day out instead of hitting the base hits. So you could be hitting a base hit every single day, or you could chase their home run and keep losing money every day just chasing that home run. Then you're really, really counting on that home run coming, What if it never comes? So, I mean, there's just such a great argument for base hits. Tesla's almost at 400. I've been watching that out of the corner of my eye here too. Who's got some Tesla? Y'all are doing all right today. Oh, speaking of Ash, I think we've got oh wait. Is Ash here?
Yeah, Ash is here.
Okay.
Ash is
That's what I was
here.
thinking. Yeah, there he is. So the great Ash that I was just hyping up for being disciplined and not blowing accounts all the time is getting ready.
Let's chit chat with Ash before we head off for the weekend. Ash, come on down. Oh, with Barbie and me. Where's Barbie? We need Barbie back.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Lots of conversation about you, Ash, this morning, and how a GOAT trader you are. And we talked about boring trading and how that's good trading. And you take massive payouts because of your style and discipline.
We had started out saying, why did you start trading? And everyone wanted that get rich quick. Yet we're still here, day in, day out working for it. So I was using you as an example of working for it. You've had some really great results.
It's definitely taken a lot of time. I'm definitely not going to sugarcoat anything. It took about 4 years to even start to see consistent green. And within that 4 years, I did go through a lot of accounts. I did go through the whole trial by fire, trying different methods, just coming up with different ideas, trying it, failing, doing it again. So definitely did go through the natural progression of a trader. I'm happy where we are now, but that also doesn't mean that once you get profitable, you stay profitable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm okay with saying that I would like to be at my best at 70% of the time, but 30% of the time, if I'm making mistakes and I blow accounts, I'm not going to sit here and just ruin the entire business and be like, you know what, that's it. I give up, throw up the white flag and act as if that's the end of the world. So yeah, thank you for the compliments and happy Friday. It's gone very well as of recent. And, maybe that's a conversation we should have today is that sometimes it's not about the flashy numbers. Sometimes it's just simply failing less, right? So I've been in the live account for 4 months now, which means I haven't had to purchase any accounts for the past 4 months. So bettering the bottom line makes it so much easier to increase the top line simply by not blowing accounts.
I love it. Thank you, Ash. Quick, MyFundedFutures said there were some changes in the back end. Therefore, they're going to drop some more codes. It worked for some people, but it didn't for others. So that's exciting.
How's your guys' Friday going so far?
Good.
It's good. Yeah, I pretty much wrapped my trading yesterday for the week, so I'm pretty much just chilling today. But yeah, I mean, we've had some really good conversations. I think it's really important for everyone to remember why they started trading in the first place and look at the big picture. And I think that's a good thing to evaluate on a Friday when the market's moving really slow. And sometimes it's a good time to regroup. And sometimes you've got to hear it from the other people that we have been through a lot to get where we are too. So it looks a lot better than it used to when we're up here today.
There's the code.
Chat, take a look.
50 free resets. Let's go. Let's try this again.
I like that one. Now it works. 50.
That's perfect.
Now it works 50. Thank you, MyFundedFutures. Always gifting us. And if for some reason there's a glitch, of course, they always fix it. Okay, we got to take off though, Barbie and I. Have a great weekend, everyone. And we will see you not tomorrow, on Monday.
Have a nice weekend.
You too. Bye, Ash. Bye, Barbie.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Thank you to Barbie. Thank you to Terry. Thank you to Nick as well. Another phenomenal week. Once again, showing up, providing value at such a consistent basis. It is truly incredible to be around other like-minded professionals. And I would like to continue Barbie's conversation, because it is really good to gain some perspective. Okay, so no matter why you're here, it's going to be unique to yourself. So there's no reason to compare to anybody else. Same thing goes for your results, right? Like if you go on social media and you see these people trading, 90 accounts all at one time, just because they're doing that doesn't mean you need to be doing that. So don't allow that to instill some kind of emotion that's going to deter your executions, right? So what I'm trying to say here is, if all you need is to make $100 from trading on the month, $500, whatever the number is, that's the point. It doesn't matter what the number is. You should figure out your reason why, and you shouldn't compare to anybody else, right? Because if you only need to make $200 on the month and that covers all your bills, then who cares about making $1,000? Who cares about making $5,000? You understand what I'm saying? There's no reason to compare to somebody else. The classic saying of comparison is the thief of joy, right? So everybody else is going to have their own unique reason why. And if that reason why is strong enough, you'll be able to endure anyhow. Okay, so figure out why you're here, figure out what you need, what you're trying to get from it, right? Most of us have a 9-to-5, right? So that covers all the bills. Therefore, they come here just to make a little bit extra to feel a little more comfy in their position. So you don't need to be shooting for those home runs. All you need to be shooting for is some sort of green, right? So the last point before I get into my segment, Terry hinted at it as well. You have no clue what these people are even doing, right? You could see that they're taking a $40,000 payout, but that means nothing if they've spent $60,000 on the month to achieve that payout, right? So if you don't get all of the information, then why are you judging them? In my opinion, there's no reason to even judge anybody else anyways. You should be so focused on your own process. You should be so focused on your own business that you don't even have time to do that. Okay, so all I'm really trying to get at here, and they did a phenomenal job covering it themselves, so thank you for that. Just don't be deterred by social media. Focus on your own business. Don't compare to anybody else. Okay? And don't believe everything you see, right? Make sure that you're doing your own due diligence. What you should believe is the data you complete. Okay? Like this, this person might be cheering themselves on as the best day trader ever because they made a $40,000 payout. But if it took them $60,000 to do it, they're net negative. You understand what I'm saying? So take everything with a grain of salt. Focus on your own business. We need to develop the skill for ourselves. Okay? So, good morning or good day. Happy Friday. You have all made it to the end of another week. I hope you all had a great week. In my opinion, I'm very happy. My long-term bags have completely appreciated. We got ES at new all-time highs. We just got our new all-time high on NQ as well. So the long-term bags are very happy. I really wish that people could go back to April and listen to some of the segments there where we were just screaming about long-term purchases, because where we're sitting now is pretty comfortable. So congratulations to all them long-term bag holders. New all-time highs once again in NQ and ES. Very, very good job. Before we get into any information, I didn't get to say good morning to the community, so I'm just going to take a minute to say good morning. Good morning or good day, depending on where you're from. Let's see who we have here today. Let me hop over to chat. I want to make sure that all of the people that continue to keep showing up get recognized because we greatly appreciate all of you. Good morning, Sharma. Good morning, MM. Good morning, Mr. Chart. Good morning, Victor. Good morning, Angelo. How's everybody doing today? Happy Friday. Good morning, Abhishek. Good morning, Oren. Good morning, Theru Trades. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Trades Like Smoke. Roman Arts, how are you doing today? Roy, good morning. Akib, good morning. Nicholas, good morning. Amir, good morning. Rich, good morning. Oh, here we go again. I'm not. How do we say your name? How do I read this? I don't know how to read this. Habibi, good morning. Rocky Mountain Trader, good morning. Bannerman, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Thiagu, good morning. No Luck, Pure Skill, good morning. Albert, good morning. Bilo, good morning. Donald, what's up? R Trade, good morning. Ice Fire, how are you doing today? Mohammed, good morning. Heather, what's up? Trading by Sam, how are you today? Jerson, good morning. Renee, good morning. Eric, what's up? Marcy, what's up? Capricorn, good morning. Ethan, good morning. Malik, good morning. Fernando, what's up? How's everybody doing today? Krister, good morning. Pigeon, good morning. Jorge, good morning. Is that Jorge or George? You can call me Police Files. Are you a police officer? Is that why? Vimal, good morning. KJ, good morning. Tim, good morning. So let's see how everybody's finishing for the week. Throw a 1 in chat if you're green on the week. Throw a 2 in chat if you're red on the week. And throw a 3 in chat if you did not trade this week. How'd everybody do this week? New all-time highs. We'd love to see it. We love to see it. Okay. Seems pretty 50-50 so far. Bunch of 1s, a bunch of 2s, a couple 3s in there as well. Some more 1s and some more 2s. So it's pretty 50-50. It's pretty 50-50. I'll go over my information for today. I'm just taking some time to communicate with the community. Welcome everybody into my segment. So I do just want to say, if you're green on the week, I only have one question for you. If you're green on the week, are you willing to risk the amount of money you made this week for another trade today? Yes or no? Or are you going to be satisfied with enough and go into the weekend very happy, very green? In my opinion, sometimes avoiding losing trades is as simply as making a good risk management decision. Right? Like, why would we want to go be annoyed? Why would we want to be angry? Why would we want to be upset when we're going to hang out with our family? Because I'm telling you right now, right, no matter if you're plus 100, plus 500, it doesn't matter what the number is. I do think that if you then go from green to red, you'll probably be a little pissed off. And then, you know, when you go and hang out with your family, there's probably going to be a little bit of negative emotions there. Because you're going to be sitting there saying, oh, shoulda, woulda, coulda. You'll be sitting there saying, I knew I should have stayed green. Why didn't I? Shoulda, woulda, coulda, didn't. Right? Make the decision now and stick to it. Plain and simple. You have to understand that surviving another day, right? Always making the good, logical risk management decision is very important. Okay. Just a quick question for you all before I hop into my information. And now I'm going to go over my review. So in my opinion, the move this week was clearly CPI, right? So we talk about the red folders. Here's your CPI move right here. We talk about the red folders being the volatility, right? That is our liquidity injection, whatever you want to call it. In my opinion, it's very clear here that PPI and CPI were the important times of the week, right? Here's a good move here. We had a decent dip here, which set up the buying opportunity for CPI. Here's PPI. Here's CPI. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is if the important times of the week are done, then what should our expectations for today be? What should we expect out of price today? Just throw a lot? Should we expect a lot, like a big move, or should we expect a little? So throw it in chat. A lot or a little? Should we expect a big move or not? Yes or no? Yeah, a little, in my opinion. In my opinion, that's how I'm treating today. In my opinion, the logic I'm using is PPI and CPI were the important times during the week. So this move higher was the move to expect this week. Therefore, today, I have very little expectations. I'm not looking for a move. In my opinion, I'd rather save the money that I've already made this week and choose risk management over thinking price is going to do something again. Okay, so that's exactly how I'm moving forward today. In my opinion, I think we will be ranging here. Even if we do go and get previous day high, I'm not looking for a huge breakout, right? I'm not looking for that. Like, we could go ahead and target previous day high. That's fine. But even with doing that, like, NQ already ran above previous day high and all-time highs. So at least NQ got a move, but NQ still had a target to run for, right? So NQ had all-time highs to achieve, right? ES already did that. So in my opinion, this is just NQ catching up to ES. ES already made its new all-time high. Okay, so we can still sit here and watch, and I'll even show you what I pointed out during my morning live stream. So during my morning live stream, I was looking for continuation. It's a very simple idea, right? Here's an uptrend. Okay, right? Higher highs and higher lows. Here's an uptrend right here. Higher highs and higher lows. When we tapped into the uptrend line here, I was looking for continuation higher. Right? So I'm going to keep doing this, and you'll see me throughout the past month or so using different terminology. I'm not trying to confuse anybody. I'm trying to show you that it has nothing to do with the terminology. Whether you want to call it a breaker, whether you want to call it an opening range breakout, whether you want to call it an inversion, I don't care what you call it. We're all staring at the same thing. Okay? So this is just one review, but the way that I trade is I want to be aligned with the higher time frame order flow. So on the daily chart, I get a bias. Then after I get a bias, then I'm looking for a bullish breaker. Right? So we have a breaker here. Swing low, swing high, new low, new high. After that occurred, then I was looking for continuation from here. Breaker block plus FEG. The FEG is right in here too. Right, so then entering at the beginning of the breaker, putting a stop at the low, and we could aim for previous day high. Okay, so this is the information I'm looking at today. It gave an entry, right? Here's the entry. It went into some drawdown. It never hit the stop loss. And now we're sitting at around a 1-to-1 R. Okay, so I'm just providing different terminologies to help you understand that, once again, it doesn't matter what kind of system you use. We're all staring at the same thing. So when you go on social media, don't be deterred by the new special name, the new holy grail, the new 100% win rate. That's all just marketing. Okay, all you got to do is learn about price action, understand how you execute price action, and when you execute price action, use strictly defined risk management. Okay, so this is what we'll watch for my session. The longs are nicely green right now. They are at a 1-to-1 R. We'll see if we can go get that 2R. The 2R would be previous day high. Let me fix this line real quick. Okay. So, but understanding, right, understanding those low expectations, if you were to just take 1-to-1 R and be done for the day, that's a great idea, right? If you were in this long, for any of the individuals that were in my community when I provided this information, that expectation of the move being done on the week, right? That's a risk management decision that you can make for yourself as an independent thinker. Along with NQ already running above its target. So targets have been completed on NQ. Okay. So this is a conversation of being satisfied with enough. But that's my information for today. It simply boils down to, I would like to be trading with the higher time frame bias, right? The higher time frame is clearly bullish. We continue to keep pushing new all-time highs. Therefore, looking for longs makes complete sense in my opinion. Ash, how do you plan for next week? So that is a very good segue into the next portion of this conversation. And I was going to bring that up. We have a very anticipated Fed rate decision coming up. Everybody always wants to know if we're going to get a rate cut. So next week's FOMC is going to be important. In my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised if we consolidate into that news event, right? So once again, asking for a large move today seems like low probability. And then heading into next week, Monday and Tuesday, right? The decision's on Wednesday. Let me just triple check that. I'm pretty certain that it's on Wednesday, but let me just go ahead and triple check it real quick. It is, yes. So Wednesday at 2 p.m. I would not be surprised of consolidation leading up to that event. That's a very important event. Okay. I didn't know Burke and Ash live together. Yeah, we're actually roommates. We split the rent. He is my second removed cousin. No, it's just it's a virtual background. I don't know if you can see the difference. Let me see if you could see how it kind of cuts in and out. It's just a virtual background. But that's my information for today. It simply boils down to this. You want to be aligned with the higher time frame order flow. Okay. Burke said you broke in last night. I think he was the one intruding. This is my house. This is my house. It simply boils down to this. I'd rather be aligned with the higher time frame order flow. For that reason, looking for longs today would be a better idea than looking for shorts today. All it came down to was looking for my entry function. And now we're heading towards the target. Right? We're now sitting at 1.5. We'll see if target of previous day high can be accomplished here. Maybe we run into the target here. Starting to look like a W here on ES. 1.7. So that's really all it comes down to. Simplicity brings clarity. You really don't need hundreds of different time frames. You really don't need hundreds of different concepts. You just need to understand when you execute, right? Time is the most important information. So executing at New York Open, right? And then you need a bias or a draw on liquidity, right? Whatever price is reaching for. And then you need to figure out an entry function. That's all it comes down to. Time, bias, entry function. Don't make it any more complicated than that. You don't want to fall into information overload. So as we're waiting and watching, if you have any questions, we can move into the question segment of the stream. If you have any questions about today's analysis, if you have any questions about this trading business, if you have any questions about any mental or emotional intelligence, feel free to throw it in chat and we'll start to go over it. I'm just going to take another sip of coffee before we do. Alrighty, chat. If you have any questions, feel free to throw it in chat. Ash, talk about the London meetup. Yeah, so I'm doing a trader meetup in London on Monday. If anybody follows along on my Twitter, I posted the RSVP to that yesterday. Simply just a time to come meet me, shake my hand, ask me questions, talk about this trading business. Simply just gonna, have a drink, have some food, meet some people in the community. It's nothing. It's not like a seminar or anything. It's just come meet me. Let's talk. Let's have a drink. Let's have some food. That'll be on Monday. I'll be in London for the next week. Okay, so I will get to experience London Open. I will get to experience the different time change. Maybe we'll go. The London Stock Exchange is there too. Maybe I'll go down there. So yeah, we'll be in London for all of next week. After stream, do you go off screens and straight to the gym? Yes. So the first thing that I do after I leave this stream here at 11:30 is go to the gym. After the gym, I start working on my other businesses. Hey, Ash, how do you drink your coffee? I drink it black with a little bit of honey in it. Confused on breaker blocks? This is what a breaker block is. This one is a bullish breaker. It's a swing low. It's a swing high. It's a new low. It's a new high. This needs to be a swing low. This needs to be a swing high. This needs to be a new swing low. This needs to be a new high. The bullish breaker is always going to be the highest up close candle that is found in this leg of price action here. All right, so that's a bullish setup. Bearish is right here. It's a swing high, a swing low, a new high, then a new low. Same exact thing, but a bearish breaker will be the lowest down closed candle that's found in this leg here. Ready? Swing low, swing high, new low, new high. Highest up close candle in the initial leg, bullish breaker. Ash, please give some tips on how to simplify trading. Okay, get ready. What time works best for your daily life to trade? Pick one of these sessions. Asia Open, London Open, New York Open. Okay, so pick a time that you're going to trade. When you're trading, only trade 1 to 2 hours. Okay, so there you go. Now you know when to trade. We've just simplified when to look for a trade. Then we'll look at how to find a trade. In my opinion, you want to look at the higher time frame and you want to understand the trend of the higher time frame, right? We're in an uptrend. Therefore, we should look for long positions. All right, so now we know when to trade and what type of trade we're looking for. So pick a time. After you pick a time, then analyze the higher time frame trend. Once you can figure out the higher time frame trend, then during your hunting hours, look for a position. When you're looking for a position, look to execute a 1 to 2 risk to reward. That's it. That's all you need. You shouldn't make it any more complicated than that. What's London Open? It's 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What's my win rate? I have a 50% win rate. Can you please tell me about the earlier days with your trading? What you would avoid as a new trader? My first 4 years was a very trial by fire type of experience. Trying an idea, it didn't work out. I would then make a new idea. It didn't work out. I would then make a new idea. Then it didn't work out. So that showed me that strategy hopping is a very bad idea. You should just stick to one idea and get really good at it. That's the first thing. Strategy hopping is a very bad idea. Second thing is patience, right? Everybody online likes to make it think that you can get rich overnight, and that is the furthest from the truth. It took me about 4 years to find any kind of profitability. So if I knew patience, that's the second thing that I would say. If I knew patience, then I would have risked properly. Okay, so that's the third point that I'm going to make here is do not over leverage, do not over trade too soon, right? If you use up all your money in the beginning before you get the learning experience, then you'll have no money to use when you actually learned about trading. You understand what I'm saying? So strategy hopping is horrible. Patience is needed. Risk management is the key. You can learn without using all of your money. So instead of thinking that you deserve to get rich quick, right? Risk a small amount of money so that you can learn over a longer period of time. Strategy hopping is very bad. Patience is needed. That is a key. Risk management is the actual thing that will actually make progress in this business. So those are the 3 things that I would point to immediately. Okay. Let's have a quick risk management conversation now that you brought it up, because everybody loves to think that they should just, send it on hundreds of different evals so that you can have as much capital as possible to trade. Well, if you're not profitable, let's start with just getting to break even. How about that? Like, if you're not profitable, let's just start with losing money less often. How about that? Bettering the bottom line, right? I said that in the beginning of the conversation, or in the beginning of the stream when we were talking with Barbie and Terry. Bettering the bottom line comes from less expenses, right? So in the beginning, you're very impulsive because you want to do good. You want to learn this business. You want to make money. Okay, so in the beginning, you might not be able to control how many evals you're buying, right? You might go in there, blow an eval, that will tilt you, so you get real angry, and then you go in, buy another eval, thinking that you deserve to get this next one. Let's start with bettering the bottom line. Okay, let's just start with having less expenses. Because when you better the bottom line, you'll have a better chance at being profitable. Right? So, for example, if you only spent $50, you only need to make $51 to be profitable. Right? So if you only purchased 1 eval, right, that's a less amount of expenses than purchasing 10 evals. Right? If you purchase 10 evals and you spend like $500, then you need to make a withdrawal of more than $500. For somebody that can't even make a withdrawal, right, making $500 sounds much harder than making $50. Better the bottom line so that you can increase the top line. Is your win rate 50% because that's simply your strategy and it works for you? Or is that just realistically what's possible? It doesn't matter what strategy you use. What matters is your mental and emotional intelligence. Yeah, it's not the strategy. I've been trying to implement that information for quite some time here on the stream. You have to understand that I could give you the same exact strategy that I use, and we're going to have completely different win rates because your feelings, your emotional control is completely different than mine. We can click the same exact buttons. We could enter at the same exact time, right? So let's do this example real quick. Ready? This is the very first moment that I had mentioned to my communities that I'll be getting long here. Okay. There's the entry for the long, right? We go into drawdown here. So there's probably a lot of people saying, oh, I just hope this turns green again. If this turns green again, I'm not going to allow it to become red again, right? Okay. Now we become profitable. Oh, I missed it by 1. Now we become profitable, and the people that were really scared right here is probably going to put a stop loss right above break even because they no longer want to let this thing become red again. Well, guess what? That individual just got taken out at break even because it comes back. And then right after getting taken out at break even, we go further into profits. So the decision that you make because you're feeling so emotional about moving your stop loss to break even is greatly going to change your results. Because if you got taken out at break even, you would never have gotten to this point in time. You would have never gotten to the target because it got taken out at break even. So the decisions you make based upon the emotions you're feeling is going to drastically change the results. It's not a strategy thing. It's a mental and emotional intelligence thing. Right? And I'm human too. So there are days where I have very poor ambitions, very poor discipline, very poor patience. That's going to change my ability to execute in the market. Right? So I know that I'm not perfect, and that's what I was trying to say earlier. I don't aim to be perfect 100% of the time. I'm okay with making mistakes. I try to be, to the best of my abilities, like 70% of the time. And when I'm making mistakes 30% of the time, that's what's holding back the win rate. Oh, chat. Here we go. Take a look at the code. Use code all-time high today, 50, for 50 free resets. Let's go. Another code on a Friday. Love to see it. Love to see it. Keith got one. Let's go. Royal got one. Let's go. Looks like Heather got one too. Let's go. Congratulations. Throw a W in chat if you're able to get one. Happy Friday. Medi got one. Let's go. Junior got one. Congratulations. Happy Friday. Andrew got one. Let's go. Congratulations. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. So I got another 20 minutes with you. If you have any type of questions or information, throw it in the chat. For anybody that's asking about breakers, you could just go to my YouTube channel right here at Ash Trades. I have an entire free playlist that goes over this model. If you're in my Discord, there's also a bunch of free PDFs. Just go to the free PDF section. It outlines everything to do with this model. So just go over to the YouTube, go over to the Discord, check out all the free stuff. We already had an explanation of the breaker here, so. If you check the description of my bio, you'll see the links to those. Ash, what is the criteria in choosing whether to draw SMT lines from the highs or the lows on your daily bias? There's no criteria. It's just when it appears. Right? If there's SMT at the highs, I outline the SMT at the highs. Right? Like, for example, right now, ES has not ran above previous day high. Right? So take a look at this. There's no criteria or decision to make. There is only SMT at the highs right now, right? ES did not run above previous day high. Okay? ES did not run above previous day high. NQ did run above previous day high. This is bearish SMT. As you can see, ES is the weaker pair. ES has failed to run above previous day high, where NQ did run above previous day high. And you can see the strength here. It had no problem moving higher this morning. So there is no criteria. It's just When information is presented, I outline it. If it's on the screen, I'll outline it. If it is not, then I will not. All right. Yeah, for the individuals that saying there's an error, there's over 600 people here watching. There was only 50 codes, so they go very quickly. There's a lot more people than codes, so you got to be ready for when the code drops. They go very quickly. So Ash, it's based on swing high or swing low. No, it's not. You can use previous day high, previous day low, previous hourly high, previous hourly low. It does not have to be a swing point. It is when there is a crack in correlation. When two correlated assets are doing something different at the same time. That's what SMT is. That's another one. Again, I have a bunch of free PDFs. There's a PDF on SMT. So if you need to review that information, just go grab the free PDFs. It outlines that information. So chat, what do you think? Let's get your prediction in here. Is ES going to run above previous day high? We already got the new all-time high there on NQ. Will ES get another all-time high? Yes or no? Throw it in chat if you think ES will also get another new all-time high today. Almost everybody's saying yes so far, so let's see. Let's see. All right, a couple no's now. Majority yeses, though, so we'll see. We shall see. So I got another 10 minutes with you all before Tom comes up. Definitely stick around for Tom's segment. Tom does a phenomenal job providing value at such a consistent basis every single week. So definitely stick around for Tom's segment as well. I don't know if I saw that correctly, but I do think that today's stream ends after Tom's stream. I think there was a slight schedule change. Please do correct me if I got that wrong, MyFundedFutures. But I thought I saw that we'll be ending at 12:30 today. Ash, do you still have some emotions in the market? Indeed, Matt had something come up. All right, so chat, definitely stick around for Tom's segment, but today's stream will be ending at 12:30. So right after Tom's segment, we'll be done for the week. But definitely stick around for Tom's segment as well. The question was, do I still experience emotions? Yes. So it doesn't matter whether you're in your first year, your 5th year, your 10th year, your 20th year. It's always going to be hard. Okay, so get comfortable with being uncomfortable. It is a constant battle every single year. What's my thoughts on NQ? My thoughts is it's time to start the weekend. As I explained earlier during my analysis, I do not have large expectations today. The large news events, CPI and PPI, already occurred this week. So I have very little expectations for today. For that reason, I'm not looking for a large move. Like I stated for ES, I personally think that we are just going to consolidate into FOMC. I think we'll be stuck in this range here until FOMC. So I think we're going to deal with a bunch of consolidation until we get that Fed rate decision. Right? Our news drivers is our volatility. So seeing that our volatility already occurred for this week, I'm not expecting price to do much at all today. What am I doing this weekend? I'm heading to London. I will be in London for the next week. This man has emotions, question mark. Lies. We program them out. Hashtag AshGBT. Where am I from? I'm from the U.S. I'm on the east coast of the U.S. Oh, did I say GBT? It's GPT, right? Whoops. Yeah, so I really don't have much expectations on top of the fact that we got to be worried that this is a cracking correlation at the highs as well. This right here, right? NQ ran above previous day high. NQ ran above previous day high, where ES did not run above previous day high. That would be an example of bearish SMT. So be careful of that weakness in ES. So for any of the London folks, any recommendations? What do you guys think for London? Is there any certain stuff I should go do? Is there any certain locations that I should go see? Somebody told me that Harry Potter was filmed at a couple locations in London. That would be cool to go see those different Harry Potter locations. And then also Stonehenge, right? That's another one. Those were the two ones that have been brought up so far. Fish and chips in a pub. Is that the culture there in London? Fish and chips in a pub? I heard they pickpocket a lot out there. I'm originally from New York City, so I think New York City is, if not worse, just it's up there too. So I will be with other individuals as well, so it's not like I will be by myself worried. Stonehenge is kind of boring. Roman city of Baths was great. I'll definitely look up that one. I didn't look up that one yet. Try to get their baked potato. Is that another one of their cultural foods, baked potatoes? What is that called? Don't they call that something actually? A spud? Is it spud? Did I get that completely wrong or? Spud, right? Isn't that like the name of the baked potatoes they do? I could be completely wrong. I just thought I saw that somewhere. If you can go to Edinburgh too, it's super nice. Is Edinburgh near London? White Cliffs of Dover. Is that, as long as it's near London, I'm looking for any kind of stuff to do near London. Oh, Edinburgh is Scotland. Do you know Jasmine Enberg from New York? No, I've never heard that name before. Go to Birmingham. Is that London? I don't really know anything about London. So as long as these places are near London, that would be great. Edinburgh. English Premier League match would be awesome. I wonder if they're playing. If anybody wants to check that real quick, are they playing anytime this coming week? That would be awesome. Take any trades. Just rewind my stream. I already went through the trade that we looked at today. You can get the entire breakdown. You could just rewind the stream and see it there. I only have a couple minutes left, so I won't have enough time to provide the information again. Abbey Road is another one. Oh, that's where the Beatles were? My mother loved the Beatles. That would be pretty cool. Tower of London as well. Or the Camden Market. Definitely into the history. I love to gain more perspective. So anything to do with the culture, anything to do with the environment, anything to do with the history. I love learning about all that stuff. It's the cover of the album. That's sick. I'll definitely have to check that out then. Go to West Ham versus Tottenham. Are they playing next week? That would be very cool. When are they playing? Can somebody throw it in chat real quick? Do they have a game anytime in the next week? That would be so cool. Arsenal's playing against Nottingham in London too? I'll watch any of the games. I don't have any kind of favorites. So if they have anything going on for the next week, that would be so cool. We'll do the live stream from the stadium. That way everybody could watch the game. Yeah, I could only imagine how the atmosphere is there because you guys love football over there. I almost called it soccer, by the way. It's football, right? I don't want to get booed out of the stadium. It's football. I don't follow cricket. No, I haven't watched any cricket. All right, I'll make sure I say football because I don't want to get booed out of the stadium. The moment I say that, if I say soccer, they're going to be like, all right, he's clearly not from here. So. Not soccer. Football. I'll probably stand out like a sore thumb either way because of my accent. Yeah, I'm already cooked. They'll know instantly. Yeah, the accent's going to give it away either way, so. Ash going to hit them with the yeehaw. I'll show them my truck and my flannels. And then as soon as I say yeehaw, they're going to be like, all right, this dude's from America. All right. Well, I know today was a little more fun than informational. That is, that's a Friday for you. My segment is coming to an end here. So I am going to start to say goodbye to everybody. Thank you for the conversation. I hope everybody has a phenomenal weekend. Okay. Do something good for your health. Do something good for your mind. Go enjoy some family time. Go enjoy some friends. Whatever you made on the week, protect it. Don't ruin all of your hard work in the next couple of hours. Be satisfied with enough. Know that there will always be another day. Quality over quantity. Less is more. And always put your own health and family first. Okay, so I hope you all have a great weekend. Once again, for anybody that will be going to the trader meetup, just RSVP to the link on my Twitter. I'll gladly shake anybody's hand, have a drink, have some food. You can come ask me any questions in person. I'll gladly help with any type of trading information, any kind of trading business stuff. That's why we're doing it. So thank you for your time. I hope everybody has a phenomenal weekend. Let's go ahead and welcome Tom up on the stage, and I will pass the mic over to him. Have a nice weekend, everyone.
And we're here. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Jesus, it's Hungarian. Yes. Yes, it's Crazy Friday, everybody. I love it. Magnus, this was amazing. Oh my gosh. I love it. I gotta have this in my car too. Dude, this is amazing. Oh my God, it's so good to be back again. And so many emotions. First of all, I must thank for Ash for the amazing session. It was amazing again. I was listening, as always, lots of value. Thank you so much, Ash. But guys, ladies and gents, this was amazing. Thank you so much, Magnus, and the hosts, the mods, everybody. Special hello to it. This was great. It really made my day. Thank you so much. It was cool. W for Ash, W's for Magnus, and W's for all the hosts. Abhishek is here. I don't know if Denny is here, but everybody, you know. Luke is here. All right. So, W's for MyFunded TV. This is so great. Already energized. That's it. Made my day completely. How's everybody doing? It's Crazy Friday, you know. And by the way, the move is done. So if you're looking for a setup, I'm sorry, there is none. no setups. So yeah, I'm gonna do oh yeah, we can do the bedtime story right now because Matt is not gonna be here. So how about that? We can do the bedtime story Friday evening, whatever. Let's check on gold. Really, I actually entered a short scalp position earlier on gold. Looks like, I mean, it went down, so it's awesome. Now it's going back a little bit. Not much to see on gold currently. Oh yeah, one more thing. No levels. I just want to say that we have, I mean, I did not find any particular zone, not a supply zone, not a demand zone. So basically the same scenario as yesterday. So nothing really. Yeah, BMW stories. Yeah, that's going to happen too. So no levels. Usually I like to find some good targets, but it's just not working out. Mike, good to see you. And hello, everybody. Thank you so much. So many names to say, but thank you. Thank you for the awesome welcome here. I got that home from Wicklow and exit everything. Yeah, it was definitely crazy. How can we trade with our... I get still after that metal intro song. Well, you can. You just gotta be strong, you know, gotta be strong. After a song like this, you gotta. That was amazing. That was amazing. I thank you. I'm very grateful. Really. I completely lost my thought. Anyway, first of all, it's Friday, you know. How's life? Oh, well, life is good. Yesterday, you know, I was just telling this to Magnus in the chat yesterday, like I was having a bit of a stomach pain. And then later on, I had a fever. I don't know. I wasn't feeling too good. Today, I'm a little bit better. I was at the doctor. It seems like some sort of a virus. So make sure to be, I mean, stand, you know, just make your speakers a little bit like, you know, let's not be close to the speakers because if some virus gets through this microphone, you know, it's not good. Anyway, but I'm feeling better now. I had a lot of vitamins. I have my medicine, everything. So it's cool. Oh, Whoosh fan. Yeah, it's actually turned on right now. It's working because it's almost 30 degrees Celsius. So, and I closed the door. What's happening? Anyone is making money today, by the way? Anyone made some profits? I hope you guys made some profits. I don't want to hear anyone who blew up some accounts. All right. Audio virus, yes. Oh, Ryan, you're sick too? No. Okay. 4K. Mr. Delusional. All right. It's Happy Friday. Happy Friday and Crazy Friday. Congratulations for the profits. I actually, I'm going to go through some levels because I did find some very interesting reaction in price action, which I think will give us some excellent examples. 350 on 3 accounts. Pigeon. Beautiful. Jig slide. I blew an account. Okay. 2 circles around the block. Okay. Or 20 push-ups. You can choose. Push-ups are easier. I'm just joking. Yes. So basically, I think this week, I was expecting actually much better, much more from this week in terms of price action, in terms of everything. Like, I don't know, maybe I was a little bit, oh my God, now it's dark here. So I was maybe a little bit like too much optimistic to think that, you know, in September it's going to be like, you know, super simple and the market's finally, even if a sell-off is going to happen, but the markets are finally going to move. But London sessions were usually sideways, even the Asia session. New York sessions were almost like the seek and destroy patterns. It was difficult. And we always say it's a difficult market, but right now it was. Stick around, as always, you know. Stick around. That's all I can say. Yeah, that's all I can say. So, what else happened? You don't have an account. Well, that's basically trading, right? Yeah, and yeah, the daily routine. I'm not sure how we're doing with the subs here. I was listening in earlier, and I heard that we're getting close to 50K. Do we have the 50K now? I hope you guys did the routine, you know, call everybody, send messages out to everybody. I don't know why you didn't do that. Like and subscribe. You can say Weave Up too. Okay, Weave Up. Actually, I'm going to need the t-shirt with Weave Up, okay? In shorts now. Okay, so the issue here is like, we're at all-time high. Yeah, not a big deal. ES, I was surprised how ES didn't take the 6600. I was very surprised on this drop, actually. 100 subs left. Come on, everybody. We can do it. We can do it. All right. I know, but I still wanted to, you know, I want your weekend to be great. That's why I'm doing it. So on ES, I was completely surprised. It was throughout all day, ever since the London session, I thought like, okay, this is gonna retest the 6600, and it didn't do it. It didn't do it. I don't know what happened. So somebody won. What? I told you guys to be in good terms with Abhishek. I told you. Okay. And by the way, Philkos, are you here? I'm not sure if Philkos is here. He was on my stream earlier. I have a topic for today. Actually, the idea comes from Philkos, so if you don't like it, blame him. Congratulations for the win. You are winning. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, Abhishek does the job. Yeah. I have some hot topics for today. Actually, I have only one. So, but usually what I do, and that's what I'm going to do now as well, I'm going to show you what exactly happened today during London. Actually, nothing. So the short answer is nothing happened. Okay. So as you guys know, I streamed the London session from 2 a.m. The only thing that was down here is an Asia low. I said this just earlier in the session. There is absolutely zero, no demand or supply zones that are valid right now. I mean, nothing that I would go to. Nothing. I looked everything, the 5-minute, the 15-minute time frame, even the 1 minute. Nothing. No zone. Without a target, I just cannot, I can't take a trade. The only thing I did today is scalp. Not even a supply zone. Yeah. Same goes for gold, by the way. Look at gold. I checked the same. 5, 15-minute, everything. Nothing. Just a slow grind. Feels like, you know, it's going to go like in this range. Nothing to go to. I'd like to think that ES is going to pick up some volume and is going to try again the 6600. If that happens, you know, the usual scenario, it feels like a bullish flag, which I'm not trading. This is not my trading style. But on NQ, we could see some continuation if the ES would find some volume, you know. And that's the only thing. Otherwise, nothing. Oh my God, what am I doing? Okay. And because of this, the whole situation just gets easier. Very easy. 500 likes. Awesome. Okay, but we're not stopping here. We need 600 at least. Okay. I can't put on a bounty. That's not my department. But, you know, if we make it up to 600, I'm going to say we up 3 times at least. That's all I can do. So anyway, as I was saying, the market this week was difficult. It was difficult. And yes, we all know it's always difficult. Trading is difficult. Yada, yada. We all know that. I did like the stream, by the way. Did I? I did. So what do we need to do for giveaways? Man, you have to ask Abhishek. As I said, that's not my decision. The week, this week for me was basically break even. My focus was still on to build on some new evaluation accounts. I lost some evals along the way. I lost a scale account at MyFundedFutures. That's very bad. But I also managed to secure a new funded account, a new scale funded account. So I'm definitely going to work on that. The problem is I always try to take on more risk than I should, right? That's the problem, usually. And the till comes around very fast. So actually, oh, and one more thing, because I got to be honest with you guys. Do you guys remember I told you, I think on Monday, that I reset my funded core account. I failed the core account, which I got payouts from, by the way. And there's still a promo at MyFundedFutures. You can reset your failed core funded account for $199. So what I did the reset. I bite the bullet and I did reset that account. Imagine that. So I was super happy. I was so happy until like Wednesday. And please don't tell this to anyone. And I didn't really not sure how to say this. I blew up that account. I blew it up. I purchased the reset for $199. I was super happy. I felt like I'm invincible. I'm the best trader. And you know, on Wednesday, I think it was Wednesday, I blew up the account. And I just want you guys to keep it in a secret, all right? I don't want this to go out to any other circles. You know, we're not bragging with our losses in social media. It's only, you know, here in our community. So cool. So basically, I just threw out $200 because I was making stupid decisions, revenge trading. So overall, this week was complicated for me. I was working on the evaluation accounts. What's the time right now? I'm going to put on the Tommy Hilfiger wristwatch. That's better. So anyway, oh my God, Jack, don't say that. People will know. Just one account. Actually, I blew up like 2 evaluations and 1 funded. It is what it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna flex. Yeah. So you know, we were talking about how difficult the week is, and this is exactly why I thought that the topic that I want to share is quite interesting. It's quite good. You know, it fits, and you know, we should talk about this. Do we have some winners again? I hope we do. Okay. And price action, yeah, it's not good. We all know that. But the title, which I have for today, and it's a metaphorical title, is "The Market is a Mirror of Our Mind." Yeah, it's metaphoric. I know. The market actually is a mirror of our mind. But how? If you look into the market, you can identify the issues that we might be facing throughout a trading session, throughout the week, right? Market giveth, market take it away. Yeah. So I said it many times, right? The market doesn't care about you. right? But it will reflect you. If you're calm, if you're disciplined and patient, you'll see the opportunities. But if you're tilted and greedy or fearful, for example, then you're going to see the chaos. So the market is definitely a mirror. Now, what we can read from this, and this is going to be a bit of a mindset topic again. I mean, what should I do? Even if I want to pull the trigger, there's no trade. So we need to use this time wisely. And I think the best to do is talk about the mindset. So the chart doesn't create your emotions. But what I say is that the chart is exposing them, okay? The chart is going to expose your emotions. And there are some signs that you really need to be careful and you need to watch for. How much of an impact does patience do in trading? A lot. Oh my gosh, Ryan. Patience is actually technically almost equals to discipline. If you're disciplined enough, aka patient enough, then you just made it. You made it. I'm not saying like you're going to be the best of the best in a day or two, but working on that discipline, working on that patience, that's actually something. Exactly, Ryan. So, talking about this mirror thing, how the market is actually mirroring our mind. Now, what does that mean? Obviously, let's talk about fear. Okay. Today is one of those days you should not trade. I'm not trading. I'm not. The only trade, by the way, I took live on stream is I was scalping around 10 a.m. Up until like I entered somewhere here at, I don't know, 24.40 or 24.30 something. And I was going for 69. That was the only trade I took, mostly a scalp. And that's it. So unfunded. But that's it. Anyway, let's talk about these reflections. For example, fear. Okay. If you're actually feeling the fear or you're scared, you look at the chart and you see risk everywhere. Or you hesitate, or you miss some setups, right? That can happen. The other thing is the greed. That also comes from looking at the chart. You see the opportunities everywhere, of course. You overtrade, you oversize. We all know the drill, right? Yes, exactly. And of course, there's one more thing, is the tilt. Where's the fall, right? You're starting to see the revenge setups. Like the revenge setups, I think next time we should talk about the revenge setups because that's a different thing. You're starting to see those revenge trades even when they're not even there. So basically you're seeing something that's not even there. And I'm not talking about Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense, okay? So, and of course, we have to talk about discipline as well. When we talk about reflections, like you see the structure, you see the levels, and of course, you can be patient as well. I'm seeing that you're seeing them. Okay. So I just want to say, like, the same chart, same exact chart looks like opportunity to one trader and danger to another trader. That's the difference. So opportunity to one trader and could mean danger to someone else. Okay. Because the chart didn't change. The mindset is the thing that's changing. Okay. We're all looking at the same thing, but our mindset is the thing. Okay. And why does it matter? Oh my God. What's this? Okay. And why does it matter actually? Because most traders blame the market when they all they should do is just look inward, search for the answers. I I'm not just saying about the scorecard, but look at your journal. Look at your reflections. If you don't have daily reflections, then at least your weekly reflections. You have to look inward. All right. If you're emotional, the market is definitely going to amplify it. And I mean, if you're centered, the market also going to reward that, right? If you're concentrated, if everything is fine, obviously that's going to be rewarded too. So basically, you don't trade the market. You're trading your own beliefs and habits through the market. That is when we're talking about the mirror and the reflections of the same chart. You know, it always shows. I mean, every trader sees it differently. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. There are some common things. How important? There's a question. How important is really to journal? And what's the difference between a trader that doesn't journal and the trader that does? How far they will? Okay, Ryan, excellent question as always. I think journaling is important, but there's like, I mean, I don't have a number, but there's lots of different variations for journaling. You can call journaling self-reflection too. Usually that's what I say. Self-reflection. Like the way I do it, I write down my thoughts at the end of the day to a notebook. But anyway, to get back to your question, so a trader that doesn't journal and a trader that does. The trader who doesn't journal, or at least not even doing a weekly reflection. Yes, I journal my emotions too. Yes, here's a journal. I don't know. For example, there I am. Let me just. Okay, for example, here's a journal. You can't read it, but I can read it. Yesterday, I was reading out from this. And for example, this is for yesterday. That's what so I'm not writing like novels or huge stories, but let me give you an example. Okay. This is a very short journal here from yesterday. Anyway, today I only saw 2 15-minute demand zones on NQ. My analysis was correct. The levels got hit at the New York session. However, I took the same short position 3 times. And only after the 3rd time was I able to hit the target. I keep my confidence that I see the levels. What did I read? I see the levels correctly, but the way to get there is more difficult. Just a reminder. But I can read another one. Here's another one. Today I lost the MyFundedFutures core account. I have followed the trading plan all day, but I chopped myself in the New York AM session. I realized again today that I should be just stick to one single trade. I saw the entry U2 2022 and all would have just to do the okay. The rest is not important. That's personal. Okay. But something like this. Sometimes I do save some chart setups as well. I just want to say that you got to do some reflection. So just to quickly answer that question, if you, that trader who does not journal, and as I said, we can call it reflection. The trader who does not do any sort of reflecting or journaling is going to have a longer journey, or it's going to take that person longer time to get there. Reflecting And by the way, I did tell you guys that I'm saving my charts. I'm picking some charts every now and then, and I save it to Notion, the screenshots, and it kind of helps me to understand what really happened during the session. And just a second, Daniel. And so that kind of helps too. So whenever you do these reflections, that's going to help you collect data, build confidence, and that's it. And the trader who is not using this is just going to take much more time for that person to reach it. Okay, that's it. So that's the answer. So ES, I think, let's see ES. Oh man, it doesn't look too far. I like to think that ES is going to try to go for 6,600. I like to see it go there. I really do. I'm not going to jump into a trade, but that's the only thing that's left for Friday. I mean, gold has no levels. NQ has no more levels to go to. The only thing that's left, and it's a nice round number, is 6,600 on ES, which was barely being tagged yesterday, to the point, to the tick. So I would, even if I would force myself into a trade on ES, I would go to the buy side. I mean, to be bullish. Don't force it. Exactly, AMD. Don't force it. And because it's Friday, hey, Gabor, hello. So because it's Friday, look back, not just for today, look back for the entire week. If you're up, if you're in the green, then why would you lose that confidence? And I'm not even talking about the profit. Okay, forget about the P&L. All right. Hey, Jebu, it's good to see you. So forget about the P&L. Look back for the week. If you're in the green, your job today, especially if you traded today, keep that confidence. That's our strongest and most valuable asset. Our confidence, our conviction in trading. It's not the profit. Profits come and go. It's part of the game. We will get more funded accounts. We will lose funded accounts along the way. It's just part of it. Okay. But your confidence, that's your most valuable treasure. Okay. So as we go back to this topic, how do you stay calm during the drawdown? Rashid, that kind of reminds me of that question from the Marvel movies, The Avengers or something, when I think Tony Stark was asking, what does Hulk called? Bruce Banner? Like, how do you make this transition, or how do you go to Hulk, or how can you do this? And he said, I'm always angry, or something like that. I'm just saying this, like, I can't stay calm during a drawdown. I never stay calm. I try to reduce my feelings as low as possible, but I'm always angry. Exactly. I'm always disturbed when I lose a trade. It's never going to go away, but I can reduce it to this smallest, tiniest fraction of a feeling, because I know that there's going to be another opportunity. It's going to happen after more chart time. So chart time, more experience, more blown up evaluation and funded accounts. This is the way that's going to happen. After a while, the drawdown and the blown up accounts are not going to hurt your feelings that much. Trust me on this. Please trust me on this. I'm not saying now to blow up 1,000 funded accounts, okay? That's not the goal. But statistically speaking, after a while, you're going to accept it that this is the cost of business. Obviously, that's a different topic that we need to keep everything in a positive side, including the, expenses, how much we spend on evaluation accounts, reset, etc. But you will understand, and it will be easier to accept a drawdown. For example, if one of my funded accounts goes down to like $500, $600 of drawdown for about a year ago or 2 years ago, it was definitely harder for me to accept it. Like, man, I'm down $600 on my 50K funded account. I'm never gonna make it back. I tell you guys a secret, okay? Here comes. You can make it back. I know it sounds unbelievable, but that's what you think. You lose $500 or $600 on your funded account, especially on the first day. The good news is you can make it back, even on the next day. Not by full porting though, but you can make it back. All right. So you gotta understand that that's not the end of the world. Now, speaking of drawdown, when my account goes down to $1,000, and by the way, this is why I like the old starter account. The starter account, the legacy account, had the daily loss limit. I had a funded starter account last year with MyFundedFutures. I hit the daily loss limit, which was, how much was it? 1,000 or 1,100? I don't even remember. I don't know. It was something like 1,000 or 1,100. I hit the daily loss limit like 3 times on that funded account. 1,200. Thank you. 1,200. Thank you. It was such a long time ago. I hit the daily loss limit 3 times. And you know what happened? The next day or 2 days after or whatever, I still have the stats in my dashboard. I managed to push it back after every daily loss limit. I managed to push it back, and guess what? I managed to take, I think, 2 or 3 payouts from that same account. I think it's amazing, by the way. So if you ask me, I mean, it's a great thing not to have a daily loss limit, obviously, because it's going to give you more opportunities, bigger buying power, leverage, something. But, back then, it was harder for me to stop at a $500 or $600 loss. Now it's easier, by the way. It's easier. And anyway, it's definitely statistically giving you much more opportunities, much more wiggle room on the new core plan and the scale account. No daily loss limit, which is great. But for me, because I couldn't stop, I just couldn't stop. And by the way, you can stop. But if you guys are having, I don't know if you noticed this, if you guys are having your accounts through the DX feed, I know there's a function at TradeAway too, but you can lock yourself out for the day. I don't know if you noticed this. We talked about this a few weeks ago, but you can lock yourself out for the day at a certain profit or loss ratio or amount. So I strongly advise, if you're having the same kind of trouble by having a hard time to stop, use the lockout function. Yes, on TradeAway you can. The only thing on TradeAway, I think, but I'm not an expert on TradeAway at all. I think you can override it. Yes, but I think TradeAway you can override it. So basically you set it up like $1,000 daily loss and you lose, and you just go to the settings and you can override it. I'm not sure if it's true or not. Yeah, you can change it. Okay, you can. Yes. But with the DX feed, which you can set up on your MyFundedFutures dashboard, I think on the dashboard somewhere. Yeah. Anyway, you cannot override it. You're locked out for good. So that's cool. So, just saying. Black magic. Exactly. Anyway, talking about the reflections of the chart, right? We talked about how everybody sees differently the charts, right? We do see it differently. Everybody has a different style, different entry, different target. I didn't have a coffee today, Jibbos, but I have a lemonade here. So I'm gonna have a sip of lemonade. I'm gonna say it Hungarian, like cheers. We say it egészségedre. All right, that's it. It's not ICT. It's lemonade. No ICT today. So, almost, you nailed it. Egészségi, almost. I didn't call you. By the way, do you guys know what's the longest Hungarian word? I think we can say it. It's Crazy Friday. Do you guys want me to say the longest Hungarian word? It's by language, it's proper, and you know, it's a very long word, and I cannot tell you. As a longer word, really? Okay, I'm gonna say it. Okay, I'm gonna say it, and you're gonna think no, it's not that. You're gonna think I'm crazy. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Here it goes. El kell No. El kell káposztásíthatatlanságoskodásaitokért. That's it. That's the longest word. What is that? I'll try to say it. What? And I'm gonna have to read it. Entokone sukutubi motori apuka. Okay, that's it. I just couldn't say it. Anyway, I think we should do a contest. It's related to airplane motor. Okay. I can't even translate it correctly, what I said in Hungarian. Okay, we gotta finish with this topic, because then, you know, comes the bedtime stories section. Okay. I said it, yes, the VWAP too. Anyway, I was talking about the lockout function. Use it, okay. Use it. I think it's very useful for those of you who are having a hard time to stop. Use the DX feed and lock yourself out. Use it. Oh, that one too. Megszentségteleníthetetlenségeskedéseitekért. Úristen. Oh my God. All right. I can't say it. So back to the reflections. We're going to get kicked out from the stream here. So we got to stay on topic. All right. The DX feed lockout. Let me show you. Okay. Let me show you the DX feed lockout function. I'm going to log into the MyFundedFutures dashboard, and I'm going to go to dashboard. Okay, yeah, this account I didn't trade it yet, so I'm going to show you here. So here it is. You can find this menu on your dashboard. It's on your dashboard, all right? And you go here. Obviously, you need DX feed, and you see this button here. Daily lockout or edit risk. And you set a daily loss. Starting balance, money, percentage, you can set it up as you want. And confirm. Because I didn't trade on this, that's why this button is not the same like this. This is a fairly new account. I haven't traded this. You can set a weekly loss, weekly profit. You can set it up to save the changes until, yeah, it's on your dashboard, MyFundedFutures. You go to your MyFundedFutures dashboard on a website. You go to dashboard, and if you have a DX feed data connection, like not trade await, then you can set this up. Okay. You're welcome. You edit risk, and this lockout feature is actually great. I think it's amazing. You can 100% You cannot override this, okay? You cannot. If you click on the daily lockout, boom, you're done for the day. That's it. Use it wisely. That's what I would say, okay? Yes, I know, Yellow Dog. The problem is that you can override it. That's the problem. And let's face it, we're all humans. I think we're just going to override it. I talked with some people who used it on TradeAway, and if you're on full tilt, you're on absolutely full tilt, you're just going to override it. You're going to go to settings, disable the lockout, and you're going to continue trading. That's the thing. Well, at least it's going to slow down the process, right? That's why I said that I was able to, dig myself out from the hole and was able to continue to trade. Anyway, reflections, okay? Reflections about the chart or from the charts. Actually, hold on, I have to check something. Yeah, so talking about these reflections, you're on tilt. Okay, MS. If you're on full tilt, there is one more solution. If you have TradeAway, MS, there's one more solution. I said this a few times. Make sure to have a few $100s on your debit or credit card. If you do, find a hammer somewhere, okay? If you don't find a hammer, go find a brick, okay? A brick or something heavy. It could be a furniture, whatever. Break the monitor, break the screen. It's going to, well, at least temporarily going to lock yourself out. Depends on how far is the next store to buy a new one, or you have a spare one. If you have a spare screen, make sure to hit that hard as well, okay? You can use furniture, some stuff from the kitchen, hammer, whatever it is. Just don't light, don't do fire or anything like that. Don't pour gas on it. And that's why I said, if you have a few extra $100 to buy a new screen, obviously, that's the strongest lockout feature I know, right? So don't take it from me. Anyway, don't worry. We're having fun. I'm really going to get kicked out here. Pray for me. So, the form, everybody, I saw something there. There's a form. Okay. Yeah, sorry, forgot Clint. You can smash the keyboard too, but the problem is nowadays Windows and Mac computers have virtual keyboards, so you got to go for the screen. So reflections. If you're over trading, actually, what does that mean? I wanted to say this. If you're over trading, that kind of means that you're a little bit impatient in life. You have that impatience in life, okay? You can't sit still, can't wait, and the same problem goes into your trading as well. Submit it, all right. Fill the form. You don't use your cat, okay? The other thing is the revenge trading. If you're doing a lot of revenge trading, you're obviously, that reflects to somewhat the ego in life, okay? You need to prove yourself something. You need to prove yourself on the charts, just like outside the charts. That's also an ego thing. You got to be careful with that. Also, hesitation basically equals with lack of self-trust. All right. If you're hesitating too much, obviously self-trust issues, that happens. And of course, one thing, which is the winner, the discipline, is the thing that basically equals structure in life. Okay? If you're disciplined, there is a structure in your life. Traders with strong routines outside the market follow rules inside. That's why I talked about this. Like, if you have a daily routine, and the daily routine starts with calling everybody up, call up your ex-girlfriend, boyfriend, high school teachers, everybody from middle school, the neighbors. I don't care. Call everybody and make sure they subscribe to MyFunded TV. Okay, that's the first thing. But otherwise, you got to have a daily routine. I'm not saying like you have to be super strict with everything, but if your life has that structure, that routine, then obviously the discipline will come much easier during trading. How do we stop over trading? There's multiple ways to do this, chess trades. Obviously, I just said you can lock yourself out. There's no good answer. I cannot say that you do this and it will be fine. I'm gonna say an answer to this chess trades that's gonna be painful. You have to fail, and you have to suffer. I'm sorry. You have to fail a little bit more. You have to suffer a little bit more. You have to do some self-reflection a little bit more. And last but not least, you have to learn a little bit more. Read books about trading, not just trading, but mindset. You have to evolve to be a better person, to be a better trader, vice versa. Whatever is going to happen, it's gonna be painful. Emotionally, sometimes even physically. Okay, I know 25 blown accounts. Those are rookie numbers. Chess trades, those are rookie numbers. Come on. So, anyway, discipline. Okay, that's the goal. Structured life. I told you guys, your trading doesn't just reflect your skill; it reflects your character. Okay, and that's why I said I know we had a topic, but we're always going to go back to those and repeat that about the structured life outside of trading. Family, friends, your spouse, whoever, about the emotional support. If you have a main source of income, a job, a business, whatever it is that you do, a hobby, whatever it is that are your surroundings in your personal life, those are going to affect your decision making at the chart. So if you had a terrible day or a terrible morning, emotionally you're not at the right state of mind, and you sit down to the charts and okay, I don't care, I just want to push the button. No. It sounds kind of weird to say it. Like I'm not saying to meditate too much, but if you don't feel that Zen state, like everything is clear, everything is fine, detached from the problems and the emotions, that should be the optimal emotional state to focus on the charts. That's why I keep telling read some books. Also meditation, by the way, and there's lots of ways to do to meditating. I think he've blown more than 1,000 accounts, just saying. So do the meditation. There's lots of ways to do it. Do the self-reflection. It's going to help you. You gotta, even if you're having troubles outside of the charts, you gotta find a way to leave those troubles behind, at least for that time. Okay? Anyway. Yeah, that's why it's important. Yeah, but there's many ways to learn meditation techniques. It's actually very simple too, right? Matt is not going to be here today. I don't know where he is. Actually, I got some word that he's doing some scientific experiment by full porting all his accounts. I don't know. I really don't know. But he's not going to be here. So I'm the last segment right here. But don't worry. It's going to be he's touching grass. Or maybe he's cutting grass. Who knows? So how to clean the mirror, I wanted to say, like when we're talking about reflecting. Daily reflections, okay? Journaling emotions, not just setups. That's why I just like to write down my thoughts. Super simple. By the way, let's check on ES before I forget this completely. Okay, look at that. ES might have a potential to push it higher. I'm going to leave it on ES so we see. So daily reflections. Lifestyle habits, by the way. We didn't really talk about that too much. I mean, we did, but sleep enough, your health. Ash was talking about this, exercise. All these things are going to help you to sharpen the mind, right? And of course, you got to replace the self-talk as well, right? So replace the I hope with I'll wait for it, for example. Like, I hope that this trade is going to be, or I hope that I'm going to have a trade that goes into this direction. No, don't hope for it. I'll wait for the trade setup. So these are simple things to try to reprogram our minds, right? And obviously, last but not least, but you need to detach your identity from the charts. You are not your P&L, okay? You're not determined by your P&L. Gotta understand. I had a great talk with one of my viewers, Reza, about this exactly. Once you forget about the P&L, and he's just on the journey on this, and he's making awesome results, completely ignoring the P&L, not completely, obviously he used proper risk management, but he showed us his account statements and the way he's going. So it's amazing how things can change once you basically detach from the profits and the losses. It's also going to reduce the ego reflection, right? You don't have to prove to anybody, certainly not to the market, and certainly not to other individuals on social media. I kind of see that some people who are also active in social media feel the need to prove themselves to the world that they might know more or they might be better, which is awesome because we all like to see the results. But that's not a good way to approach trading. That's an ego thing. I promise you, no, I'm not going to go down that way because that's going to create some negative ripples. But I'm just saying, like, you have to detach from the ego thing. All right. The main thing is you need to fix the mind. Okay. You fix the mind and the mirror clears. Leave the mind messy and the mirror lies. That's it. That's all there is to it. So, just a small little topic. And if you guys have questions about this or anything, and by the way, I cannot state that enough. Don't trade in the PM session. If you're in the green, don't. If you're in the red, don't. Only excuse if this is the only time of the day you can sit down, but wait for 1 p.m. at least. I need to go, hey, thank you so much. No luck, pure skill. Have a great weekend. Yes, so this was a slow week, but I do think that it was a week that taught us a lot of things, lots of takeaways from this week. Every host here at MyFunded TV, I think, did a great job. And not to mention all the free stuff, the resets, the giveaways, and everything. It's just amazing to be here with you guys and talking about these things. I told you that it helps me also a lot to talk about this because I kind of give myself a reflection, and that's why being part of a trading community here at MyFunded TV and also on the MyFundedFutures Discord, like being part of a trading community, obviously no shortcuts, but it's definitely going to help you a lot. Oh my gosh, do I hear? Oh, it's Hungarian. It's the song. Is it my sign to sign off? Guys, I want to say have a great weekend. Recharge. Be with your family, friends, pals, everybody. Recharge. We'll be back on Monday. Lots of values. More stuff. Free stuff and everything. I want to see lots of W's in the chat. Gotta be strong. I love this song, man. W's in the chat. Congratulations to everybody. The winners, to also those ones who survived the week. And also, if you blow up your account this week, don't worry. We learned a lot. So, what should I do now? I think I'm just gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna wish you guys a great weekend. I love you all. Have a great weekend. Cheers, everybody. Magnus, it's up to you. Cheers, everyone.
Yeah. Charts scribbled like hieroglyphs, secrets in the mist. Candlesticks whisper, every wick got a twist. Fibonacci spiral, price dance in a trance. Pyramids of profits if you catch the right glance.
Inner circle moves, shadows on the screen. Trading on the edge, chasing that dream. Cipher in the candles, fortune in the haze. The cipher in the riddle, money through the maze.
Liquidity hunts, snipers in the dark. Stop lost graves marked by the market shark. Order block sermons, preaching through the pain. Catch the ICT code, ride the profit train.